tọ́ ẹ jẹ́ ká béèrè fún ìtúsílẹ̀ ká béèrè fún ìdájọ́ òdodo bẹ́jà bá lẹ́ni lẹ́yìn ní pèsúrò ológìní bá lẹ́ni lẹ́yìn yóò gbọdọ̀ ọ̀yà akíkanjú kan ò lè dógun sẹ́ yóò bá sẹ́ láti lẹ́yìn fún ọ̀pọ̀ lẹ́sọ̀fẹ́ yagi lóko ọ̀pọ̀ gírí ẹsẹ̀ ní yẹ̀nà ọ̀pọ̀ ikán ní ìmọ̀lẹ́ ọ̀pọ̀ oyin ní safárá ọ̀pọ̀ èrò àsìmágìyàn ìjọ àjùmọ̀jó ní gbayì kíkọ́ni ijó ànìkànjó kọ́ni lẹ́sẹ̀ agbòòjọ́ kì í gbàjọ́ kan tì olóyè Sunday Igboho ọ̀jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ọjọ́ kan ò pọ̀jù láti fílẹ̀ fún lóore wa ẹni tó fara rẹ̀ kalẹ̀ láti síwájú ìjìjàngbara fún orílẹ̀-èdè Yorùbá tuntun ká lè wà ní àlàáfíà kí ìjínigbé ó lè dàbí sẹ́yìn ìfipábánilòpọ̀ ìfarajẹko ìtẹ̀tọ́ ẹni mọ́lẹ̀ lọ́nà ìtọ́ kí gbogbo ẹ̀ ó lè dópin ìjọ àdùmọ̀jù ọ̀gbọ́dọ̀ dídùn nìkan ṣoṣo kọ́rọ̀ wa má dàgbé ẹni tó fajá ẹ̀dẹ̀gbá ìkookò tọ́wá lọ rí dúró lókèrè tí ń wòran wọ́n fẹ́ pàdánù olóore rẹ̀ ní o àsùngbàgbé òní kàn mí October 29, 2021 níwájú Benin Republic Embassy 2124 Kulurama Road NW Washington DC gangan ni aago 9 òwúrọ̀ ni yóò bẹ̀rẹ̀ Yorùbá Nation Diaspora Mega Rally endorsed by Yorùbá Self-Determination Group and Media olùkéde ìgbìmọ̀ Tajudeen O Adéjàmíù Alhaji Nono Banjo ààrẹ àlùmọ́rò Prophet Ayọ̀délé Ológunlolúwa fún àlàyé síwájú sí www.megarally.org tàbí info@megarally.org olóyè Sunday Adéyẹmọ Ìgbòho ṣá mo fi Ọlọ́run tó lẹ̀mí mi búra nìkan ò ní ṣe ọ́. Ìgbòho hero wa ni akọni tó ń jà fitafita kí Yorùbá ó lè kúrò lóko ẹrú ọ̀tá ẹ̀ ó kulẹ̀ jẹ́ ní. Yorùbá Nation Diaspora Mega Rally ń pe gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá jákèjádò àgbáláyé láti wá darapọ̀ fún ìfẹ̀hónúhàn ọjọ́ kan láti kéde àtìlẹ́yìn fún olóyè Sunday Adéyẹmọ Ìgbòho òòṣà ní gbogbo ilẹ̀kílẹ̀ akọni ògúnnágbòǹgbò tí dátọ́ lẹ́nu ìgbé one day peaceful solidarity protest for Chief Sunday Adéyẹmọ Ìgbòho from illegal detention by Republic of Benin government tó máa wáyé lọ́jọ́ kọkàndínlọ́gbọ̀n oṣù kẹwàá ọdún 2021 ní Benin Republic Embassy tó wà ní 2124 Kulurama Road NW Washington DC lórílẹ̀‐èdè Amẹ́ríkà aago 9 òwúrọ̀ ni yóò bẹ̀rẹ̀ gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá tí ń bẹ lórílẹ̀‐èdè àgbáyé la pè ẹ̀jẹ̀ túyáyá kátúyàyà jáde kákéde àtìlẹ́yìn wa fún májàsọ́lá síjọba Republic of Benin tì mọ́lé lọ́nà ìtọ́ ẹ jẹ́ ká béèrè fún ìtúsílẹ̀ ká béèrè fún ìdájọ́ òdodo bẹ́jà bá lẹ́ni lẹ́yìn ní pèsúrò ológìní bá lẹ́ni lẹ́yìn yóò gbọdọ̀ ọ̀yà akíkanjú kan ò lè dógun sẹ́ yóò bá sẹ́ látìlẹ́yìn fún ọ̀pọ̀ lẹ́sọ̀fẹ́ yagi lóko ọ̀pọ̀ gírí ẹsẹ̀ ní yẹ̀nà ọ̀pọ̀ ikán ní ìmọ̀lẹ́ ọ̀pọ̀ oyin ní safárá ọ̀pọ̀ èrò àsìmágìyàn ìjọ àjùmọ̀jó ní gbayì kíkọ́ni ijó ànìkànjó kọ́ni lẹ́sẹ̀ agbòòjọ́ kì í gbàjọ́ kan tì olóyè Sunday Igboho ọ̀jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ọjọ́ kan ò pọ̀jù láti fílẹ̀ fún lóore wa ẹni tó fara rẹ̀ kalẹ̀ láti síwájú ìjìjàngbara fún orílẹ̀-èdè Yorùbá tuntun ká lè wà ní àlàáfíà kí ìjínigbé ó lè dàbí sẹ́yìn ìfipábánilòpọ̀ ìfarajẹko ìtẹ̀tọ́ ẹni mọ́lẹ̀ lọ́nà ìtọ́ kí gbogbo ẹ̀ ó lè dópin ìjọ àdùmọ̀jù ọ̀gbọ́dọ̀ dídùn nìkan ṣoṣo kọ́rọ̀ wa má dàgbé ẹni tó fajá ẹ̀dẹ̀gbá ìkookò tọ́wá lọ rí dúró lókèrè tí ń wòran wọ́n fẹ́ pàdánù olóore rẹ̀ ní o àsùngbàgbé òní kàn mí October 29, 2021 níwájú Benin Republic Embassy 2124 Kulurama Road NW Washington DC gangan ni aago 9 òwúrọ̀ ni yóò bẹ̀rẹ̀ Yorùbá Nation Diaspora Mega Rally endorsed by Yorùbá Self-Determination Group and Media olùkéde ìgbìmọ̀ Tajudeen O Adéjàmíù Alhaji Nono Banjo ààrẹ àlùmọ́rò Prophet Ayọ̀délé Ológunlolúwa fún àlàyé síwájú sí www.megarally.org tàbí info@megarally.org olóyè Sunday Adéyẹmọ Ìgbòho ṣá mo fi Ọlọ́run tó lẹ̀mí mi búra nìkan ò ní ṣe ọ́.
You are confused. The love is too much. 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 Come on. Let's go.
I just saw somebody say it's 24/7 media, which is quite right. You might be wondering if I'm not sleeping. CNN does not sleep. Sky News does not sleep. ITV does not sleep. And the same thing with Koikimedia does not sleep. A very good morning and welcome to our late night broadcast. I've had a bit of rest, and I can only say um, when we look at what is happening back home, our sleep should be very, very minimized because we are already under serious attack from the Janjaweed contraction country, a country that has become hopeless to millions of Nigerians. As we speak right now, millions of Nigerians are sleeping in hot, no electricity, no water, no basic things of life. And so many Nigerians do not even know why they are poor. And it is my job as one of the media campaigner to educate and tell millions of Nigerians why they are poor. Some of them are just poor. They think is something that God created that we have to be poor. I have a light now. I have access to, not everything, but we are comfortable and we have peace of mind. I don't have those iron door in front of my door because I'm scared of a terrorist. They're terrorists as well, like Mayegun say, within Lagos. All these, Agberos that they've created, they are terrorizing so many people in different constituency. They've created them purposely so that the moment you say, hey, they will send all these Agberu to come and attack you. That's why people have iron doors in front of their houses. Good morning, Joyce. Good morning, Adeniran Yusuf. Good morning, Rafiat Mokinyi. If I call your name, they will send all these. I'm calling it to come and attack you. That's why people so much respect and dignity. Francis Afolabi, good morning. Mokinyi Mamawa, Mokia Babawa, Badebo Clement Adepoju, good morning. Ayola Zicius, good morning. Giacomo, yes, I love that video so much. I've now found it and put it right there. So anytime I just want to have you, especially our politician, I want them to have headache. The moment I want them to have headache, I'm just going to play this one for them.
Navy blue check. Giacomo.
You don't see it. You don't see it.
Giacomo. Don't see it.
You don't see it.
Don't see it. The love is too much.
As we love him, he loves us as well. I'm sure you know. Don't let anybody fool you about Chief Sunday Igboho. Everything about him is Omoluabi. He's a very comfortable man. He don't even have any reason to join this movement. He could have just sit down in his balcony and be watching me and you and leave it to us alone. But he refused to. That is what makes him different. And so many people like that we might not be able to mention, Comrade Victor Taiwo, everyone, I'm being honest here, everyone that is working around the clock. It's not the media that is working, it is every one of us. He hasn't given anybody any time since he's been taking that rally to every state. The moment he leaves his house in Soka with his signal, people are waiting. There's a particular video I'm going to find. I remember there was a trip we were heading to, I think somewhere that Ilaro side. Oh my God. And I was in a vehicle with him. I'll try and find that video. I have it on my phone. But because if I tell you, you won't believe it. This is my phone. And I say good morning once again. We love every one of you. I have 20,000 pictures. And I have 4,867 videos on this phone. $20,000 pictures. 20,842. I think it's even due for more bit of upgrade. I'll look for that video. I remember that video. And as we were driving into that Ewekoro side, and the siren was blasting, boom, boom. And one thing about him is he's just a natural man. You just have to be close to him to see it and feel it and understand it and smell it. Lamide Kamaluddin, good morning. Ayu Alabi, good morning. And when I look on this side, I'm saying good morning to those on the Instagram. We say good morning. People are just probably joining us on Instagram. Koiki Odudua page has been locked, like I said, for 30 days. So those on Koiki Odudua, if they're not following us on other platforms, they're sitting down, they might not be able to see some of our broadcasts, and there's nothing we can do. But if you're somebody that follows us a lot, you will know where to find us. It's very, very easy. You can join us on our website, www.koikimedia.com. We've also been able to now establish our email, info@koikimedia.com. Info, if you have any inquiries, you're not sure something, it's better to ask than to say, I did not know. Nobody's perfect, but we can try to make sure that we will give as much information to people that need it during the time that is needed. Good morning, Abigail Mobolaji. Good morning, Unisa Abiodun Lawal. Good morning, Jibola Olajiri. And probably those of you that have not said anything, but I know there's about 25 people on YouTube so far. Betty Song, good morning. Anytime you just want to say that, Jekomo, just say Koiki, please, Jack. I will go there and I'll show you. That is what the politician does not want to see, as 2023 was fast approaching. Sulaiman Abdekabil, good morning. Genesis Biafra, all hail Biafra. You don't release Nnamdi Kanu, there's no election in Anambra. You cannot keep him there and say you want to come and do election in Anambra. It's not going to be possible. How can you come and say you want to come and do election and you hold, the man that is naturally loved by the Biafrans, and you see all these 419 politicians there? This is what they didn't like. They thought they could break him. They were unable to break him. They tried everything to break him. They couldn't break him. Look at the smile. Look at the energy. When you have studied that picture, you could see that it was, and I've said it so many times since last year. Good morning, Gabriel Bukwola Musba. Good morning. Alatiwa focus. People would think that since the Janjaweed were able to kidnap, don't let them tell you they were arrested in Nnamdi Kanu. He was never arrested. He was kidnapped. Do you know what kidnap is? That is what, let me see if I can find that video. That was what they did when Umaru Duko. Doesn't mean that Umaru Duko is a good guy. Umaru. In 1984, there's a guy called Umaru Diko. But before we start going that, let me just respect and play our own anthem. People say we are not a nation yet, so what do you mean by you are playing your anthem? I said, Nigeria is gone already. Biafra say they want to go. Middle Belt say they want to go. Oduduwa say they want to go. And you think you can hold us together? It's not possible. Our politicians will have to respect what we want. And that's why this morning we say no election. The 1999 Constitution is a fraud. If you know it, go along with it. couldn't break him. Mazin and Dekano. They couldn't break him. Ijaya federal government. They were bringing him to the court. It was like they're bringing in, the president. You can see all the security that was protecting one man. That shows that when you are dedicated, when you are focused, even in the midst of enemy capturing you, it won't be the first person in a kind of movement like this that has been captured. I've told you, I want you to see this Umaru Diko very well. That's why I'm trying to see where to put my brother and Amdekano. Let me put him there first. Just continue to look at that person called Umaru Diko. Buhari, this same Buhari. Good morning, Afonso Felix. Good morning again to those of you on Instagram. Good morning, Shonde Talks. Joy Boy 2. Olukotun Lolade. Mo fi tọ̀wọ̀tọ̀wọ̀ ni mo fi kí gbogbo yín. Akim Salami just came back from work. Must listen. Olotu Koikimedia. Thank you very much. So many people are doing night shift. Some are just going to work. In Dubai, they are already in the morning. In Australia, they're already in the afternoon. In New Zealand, they're already in the afternoon. In the United Kingdom, it's just 3:40 a.m. And today is the 25th of October, 2021. We will remember everyone that have died negligently. I can't show you another video, but if you're on my status, you will see it. I just uploaded it. Another accident that took place in Lagos. Negligence. They just kill people for nothing. No ambulance. It's a very, very horrific accident. She was a woman trapped in between a car. My brother that sent it to me must have gone to bed because I slept early as well. So don't think I don't sleep. I slept early. I just woke up, and school is on holiday for 1 week. So, and since we are 24 hours, I have light, I have internet, I have my 2 laptops, so I can communicate to you. I don't need any license from Lai Mohammed, the 419 man. Umaru Diko, let's come to him. Buhari tried to kidnap him. Yeah, do you imagine a government wanted to kidnap its citizen without any proper, legal framework? And that's that they think is going to happen. Where let's just bring it, Oloye back to Nigeria, just like that. These people think that we are still living in the dark age when we have been able to explain, educate people. Somebody says 4:40 a.m. as well. Yeah. I never believe you will be coming online. Koikimedia is 24 hours. I can wake up and turn on my laptop. Somebody will be watching. If you don't watch, you come back and watch it in the morning. More Nigerian youth who are ready to work for you so we can win this fight. We're working on that. We're trying. With the little resources, you got to remember that media is not cheap. Good morning, Mr. Taiwo Larewaju. Sherry, a lot of people don't understand. I mean, youth that are journalists. Yes, we need them, but I can't have people to, a lot of people want to work with us, but how are we going to fund them? How are we going to look after them? I don't want to operate the same way they're operating in Nigeria, where you think you are, overriding them. So the little that we have, we're trying to manage them. We can expand and have our tentacle everywhere. But if we don't have and we don't want to get money from politicians. That's what the Nigerian media are doing. Arise Television, Channels Television, they get contract from all these governors, indirect or directly. And that's why we rely on, and we appreciate it, just like Mayegun was saying as well on his program yesterday. We appreciate you all. Sometimes you just wake up, somebody say, Koiki, for the good job you're doing, it's a small token, it's not a lot. So it is that little that we use to operate as a platform. I've told you yesterday, we're not going to take any advert. on Koikimedia. No, not on our Facebook, maybe on our YouTube. They'll probably do their own advert because it's a system that is already embedded. And for 1 year, the platform on YouTube was not even monetized for 1 year. I think when Facebook saw the traffic, they sent us because they just sent a message that, do you want to let us monetize it? So why not? If it's going to be helping us as a platform. But that's not the focus. The focus is where we are going. Where are we going? We are telling a lot of Nigerians now, don't do the same mistake by trying to say Tinubu Leshi, because this is what you're going to get. And this is what they're already preparing for you. Maybe you've not seen that video. Let's just show you. This is what Tinubu is preparing for you. He hasn't prepared any plan. He hasn't prepared anything to tell you this is what they can do. But they're already preparing bag of rice and you can see they're rebagging it. This is where Tinubu spend their money. Let me show you again. Inti Tinubu ti prepare sí ilé fún yín ẹ̀yin ọmọ Nàìjíríà. Oúnjẹ tẹ̀sà máa jẹ iná ṣáájú. That's how they look at you. Abi, is it not Tinubu? Or is it my daddy? Ṣé bàbá tèmi ló wà lórí ẹ̀? You can see Jagaba 2023 on Iresi and Gari. No quality thing to tell you that this is what I did. But this man named Umaru Diko, Buhari tried to kidnap him, just like they did to Nnamdi Kanu. Umaru Diko, how Umaru Diko kidnap of July 5, 1984 failed. And that is why they think that they can do the same thing with Nnamdi Kanu. Let's hear this together.
On Thursday, July 5, 1984, an attempt to kidnap Nigeria's Minister of Transport and Aviation, Umaru Diko, was foiled by the British after he had been drugged and put in a crate to answer for corruption charges laid against him. Diko had fled Nigeria following the military coup that aborted the Shehu Shagari
Remember
government.
that Buhari did a coup to overthrow Shehu Shagari. Does not mean a government of Shehu Shagari was perfect. But Buhari, that is now in his own agbada, is still thinking that he's still in that same military and we cannot talk to him. They think this government, we cannot talk to them, that they are, because, they are, who the hell do they think they are in 21st century? We cannot bring them to questioning. It doesn't matter whoever they are, whether it's Fashola, whether it's, whoever among them, every single one of them. They think they are still operating like 1984, 1983. Good morning, Evangelist Funkaige. Moki Bugbo Evangelist, our prayer warrior. When you Koiki ma lo su, kò sí wàhálà. Moki Bugbo alaja. Honey Buhari lọ sí Saudi Arabia. Kò dàbọ̀. Kò ní padà wá mọ́ láyé. Dead or alive, who cares? Why did he not include that Nnamdi Kanu was saying that Buhari is dead in that charges they put for Nnamdi Kanu? And let Nnamdi Kanu lawyer say we need the DNA of the president. Oh my God. Biafra say no election in Anambra. No Nnamdi Kanu, no election. Let's continue with it.
On December 31, 1983, he had been accused of stealing 4 billion.
Doesn't mean Umaru Diko. Look at it. Look at how they've been stealing money from Nigeria. Do you know what $4 billion would have done? The line is open. You can call anytime. When it's like this, it's like interactive. I'm reading your comments. Yes, it's just wasting money. I hope nobody accept those food. If they accept the food that they've already put so many jars inside for them. Nigerians are hungry. They're going to take the food. Even if we tell them don't take the food. Good morning, my mommy Agbalagba. Bemileke. I have so many sweet mothers. Not just my mom. I have so many sweet mothers. My mom is probably sleeping. Don't know that I'll be live. Maybe she get her light, she'll wake up. But I already have so many mothers watching. Ayomi Kun, good morning. Daniel Agumbeade, good morning. No retreat, no surrender. We will enlighten, we will educate every part of Nigeria. Even the Hausa, we will enlighten them. Even the Fulani will know we are going. Have you seen those? I'll show you. Have you read those conversations? I'm sure you must have seen it. What the Fulani guy was telling one of my mothers. Look at what they've been stealing. 1983, Umaru Diko took away $4 billion. Do you know what $4 billion could have done? Good morning, Adeboye Ali. Adeni Adesanya, good morning. I cry when I see so many Nigerians going through pain. Let's hear this more.
Dollars of government money. For the sake of many of us who did not.
London. Who knows that somebody like me will come and live in London? I know this area very well. I could close my, even some of you that are following by now, even if you look at this picture, if you're following Koikimedia properly, who can tell me, anybody that can tell me this place, then I know you not you living in London, I beg. I'm talking about those in Nigeria. How many people know where this is? If you have been following me very well, or maybe you've been opportune to travel to London. I'm not talking about you that live in London. I'm talking about those in Nigeria. Who knows this place? If you have been following Koikimedia very well, how many people know where this place is? I'm sure some people have seen the number of the bus start saying something. Yeah, Marudiko, Minister of Transport. Transport that he did not create any support for the Southwest and the Southeast. Who knows where this place is? Olatunji Awofeso, good morning. Amami Omolara Odusonya Timothy Towotowokwe. Eshigoni. Funsho Jimo, good morning. So nobody knows where this place is. Okay. They can answer you then if you don't know. Who knows where this place is? Is in London? Manchester, Adekunle Adepoju. I beg you, my brother. I don't think Manchester. This place looks like Manchester. Manchester different now. I didn't even know he's there. I'm mommy come back. Morimbe, my mommy Dupe Agbola, no be Manchester. I said London, they talk Manchester. Somebody say Acme for where? My mommy ke, Bimineke, Acme ke. My family are sleeping, they're upstairs. Family here is sleeping, family in Nigeria is sleeping. I have a big family. That is what is giving some people wahala. How can this young boy have two families? Somebody say Liverpool. No. I say he's in London. Stop. London, Woolishike. Don't be Woolish. So nobody knows. Wow. Amazing. Somebody say Westminster. No, you're not. You're close by. Okay, I live in Chicago. Okay. I've never been to America before. Maybe one of these days, when Chief is out, we will make our trip to America. I was meant to come for the UN program. When I definitely say when people don't want to answer. Let me help you out. This is London Bridge. London Bridge. Bus 43. If you watch my last couple of videos in the last 3 weeks, okay, we have a caller on the line. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Koiki.
You're welcome on board, sir. Call back again. It's not from me. You can call direct if you live in UK. You don't have to. It's London Bridge. Remember, you've seen some of my videos. Direct, because sometimes the WhatsApp is just messed up. Direct, because the WhatsApp turns itself off sometimes. And if you want to call back on the WhatsApp, please do so. The number, you all know the number, and my number is scrolling. Is it scrolling? Yes, Oman scroll. I'm going to make it much visible. I will invite you to witness America one day. I look forward. You're invited to Texas. I think we've got the caller back again. Hello?
Hello?
Go ahead, sir. ẹ látọ̀dọ̀ mi yẹ.
ẹni wọ́n ṣe oúnjẹ kan pé ìyá ń jẹ àwọn èèyàn Nàìjíríà ṣe rí my own opinion.
Ẹ pè mí direct. I don't know what's going on with the WhatsApp this morning. Àbí Buhari ti tọwọ́ bọ̀dì. My wife will say Àbí Buhari ti tọwọ́ bọ̀dì. You know, it's just maybe the phone. I try láti pè padà again. It's an interactive platform. People are so hungry at home, and this is what Tinubu is getting ready for them. Bag of rice. Maybe these are COVID-19 food. All the one that they kept somewhere, they are now repackaging it. Let me try and call my uncle back there. Let me call him back. It's my own WhatsApp that is playing out. The amount of work my phone is doing, you might not even understand. I'm calling him back. All right. I'm sure he's going to call back anyway. Oh my God. I know when I come to America, it's going to be a very different trip. I know there's a lot of Nigerians in Maryland. And then there's Brixton. No, it was not Brixton. That is London Bridge. Anyway, let's finish watching the video. This was how they wanted to kidnap Umaru Diko. Just like they kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu, and they think it's going to be like over. No way.
History is known as the Diko affair. First, who was Umaru Diko? Umaru Diko was born in Wamba, present-day Nasarawa State, on December 31, 1936. He had his secondary.
We have a caller that is coming back again. Hello?
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe not better than what's
Yeah. Go ahead, sir.
Sherry, the way they Sherry, any European Nigeria.
Okay.
I don't think so. Because if the tea are in Jawan, she won't back party will like, hey, I'm not bomb you, hello, we young to my one day. I don't know Nigerians. But not to come around, she might not to come around. No. When that time when PC man she rally, don't know she campaign, I want to wonder even say Ilu Yaman going to be one going to go a people. So I don't know, the people don't see the way I just see it now. Because if you go to Nigeria today, the way we are reading here, the way we talk, if you talk like that to them one-on-one, so to me, I believe everybody are enjoying the system in Nigeria.
The way it is.
So the people that are complaining, they are not even up to number of those people that they just.
So everybody love the way it is corrupt.
That's just.
They don't want it. They don't want it to change. I know that. I know that myself. Yeah. After bank paro for our.
They complain to you. No, they complain. They don't complain because if you look at it, at the end of the day, you see elderly women, who was Aloma Jo from APC. Aloma Jo in Lagos State.
And in this rule, they want 5,000 for 2 days rally.
Exactly. So at the so Nigeria is not better. They are doing development. They are doing any changes. So who are the people? We are the problem of ourselves. The people in Nigeria are not complaining. The people that complain about Nigeria are people that live in abroad. So the people that live in Nigeria until one day, people remember Laju, Timothy Tide, Timothy Bossity, we will look on to Tichele, Tibubu, who don't die, I want to go. Tí wọ́n já ewé, tí wọ́n bọ́ sí títí tí wọ́n pé kò sí mọ́tò tó lè mú. Gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì kan wà convince, gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì láti sáré ó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní ìlú kan. Kò tí ì dé stage ní Nàìjíríà. Tó gbogbo níta kan ṣe dáṣe gbogbo yẹn.
I'm prepping sílẹ̀.
I'm
prepping sílẹ̀.
Exactly. Now, when you now come to Yoruba, dual nation and stuff like that, in my own, ọmọ Yoruba lè dé o.
Yeah.
You man support Yoruba, but money problem from Yoruba.
Okay.
Problem to money we don't love each other.
Okay.
If somebody else is telling me Yoruba people love each other. That's a lie. Because if you go through the history of Yoruba, we don't.
But can we fix? Can that be fixed?
I don't think so.
Really?
By the history. Yeah, that's the truth. I'm Yoruba. I'm proper Yoruba. I'm from Ondo State. I live in Nigeria. Born in Nigeria.
Mori status, yeah. It don't call Mori status.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Yeah. I know everything. I read Yoruba history. Okay, let's come to this way. Let's go back to 1953. Who sent Awolowo to jail? Is he not Yoruba man? So if you go back to 1953 to present to 1993, when Abiola died, those people behind all these things are Yoruba. And to sentence Awolowo, who is not Yoruba man?
Okay.
So we don't like each other. We don't love each other, even in abroad where we are. Okay, look at that day when you were talking at Nigeria. I saw you. I greeted you.
Morati, Ben.
And I was even calling you. But other people saw you. They know you are Yoruba.
Yeah,
why
they don't. You know why? Because they don't want to associate with what I am doing.
That is why I said we had a problem. We don't love each other.
They don't want to associate. Calling
you. I was on the queue. I was calling your number.
Báwo lọ ṣe fẹ́ rí àti Koiki papọ̀ yìí? Bọ̀bọ̀ tó ń tún fún máa ju embassy tó tún wá síwájú embassy kí wọ́n lọ kí àìrọ̀ kó wá capture mi. No.
So we don't like each other. Okay. We are not ready to help each other. So and you
let me ask this. But that does not mean we should not work towards having a separate country out of Nigeria.
Well, to go separate in Nigeria, to me, is the way we go about it. This is the second time I will tell you, we didn't go in the right way.
Okay.
Yeah, the way we started it. We started in the wrong way. Let me say something to you.
Yeah.
See, Oka Atido. Juba said that. Ṣé rí ọ̀ká máa ń lọ sí under degree ni pátápátá ẹni pọ́pọ́ lẹ́nu ẹ̀ nǹkan tí a ṣe nìyẹn. But if you look at Nigeria, ẹni tí ó bá fẹ́ bá ìjọba Nàìjíríà jà nǹkan mẹ́ta ló máa ń ṣẹlẹ̀. It's either they send the person to prison or they keep the person or the person wins the fight.
Okay.
And I'll give you a sample.
Yeah.
Kí ni Ṣòwòrẹ́ ṣe tó fi gbà l'Ábùjá látijọ́ yìí?
Because it's fighting the government. The government doesn't want him to say anything.
He's not even fighting the government. He has not started the fight. It's the mistake people are making.
Okay. All right.
He only called for revolution. The date he has not even carried the revolution yet.
Yeah, they don't want him to carry the revolution. That's why they took him out. When you send message to me, Johnny, I think I saw his message.
Now, since you have been in Abuja, how many Nigerians or Yorubas that lead protests that they should free Showore from Abuja? Nobody. Nobody. Now they can't do the same thing. Igboho, what has he done? He has not done anything wrong. It's like King Delumi kí máa sọ fún àwọn aráàlú mi pé nǹkan báyìí ló yẹ kẹ́ ẹ ní níbí báyìí o. Wọ́n pé community kan kò yẹ ká wà níbí báyìí o, kò bá yẹ ká máa jẹ o. Nǹkan tí Igboho ṣe nìyẹn náà. So kí ló kú gọ́ọ̀mẹ́ntì ṣe àmà kó wá kó ní kọ́ lọ pa mí. Kọ́ lọ arrest mi. Nígbà tí n ṣe pé mo sọ fún pé káwọn aráàlú yẹn kọ́ kúrò níbi kan kọ́ bọ́ sí the other side. Òun sọ fún àwọn èèyàn pé nǹkan báyìí ló yẹ kẹ́ ẹ máa jẹ gbádùn nǹkan báyìí ló yẹ kẹ́ ẹ wà. So what is wrong with that? So a lot of things is wrong in that country. So to correct it is very, very difficult.
Okay.
If somebody is telling me to separate in Nigeria with the way we are doing it, no. Nigeria is more than that. Baba fẹ́ ṣe gbogbo wa la kàwé, gbogbo wa la jáde. We just quiet and do it with paperwork.
But do you think it can be done with the paperwork?
Of course, okay. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes, it will. If we go through the right channel, we have lawyers that were educated in Yoruba land. We have our son that is governor. We have senator.
But are they okay? When we talk about the senator, the governors, and House of Rep, are they really worth thinking that, you know, they want to leave Nigeria, or they want a Nigeria that can work for everybody by trying to review things and on that? Do you think they're ready to let Nigeria go?
The thing is, we have never invited them with our kings.
Okay, when I hear this, that we've not invited them, invite them for what? That we want to leave a country. Okay.
Thank you. No, thank you. You asked a question, let me answer you. See, Abba invited one.
Yeah.
We have a proof that we invited them. We will tell them our own opinion. We will listen to their own opinion with our kings, with our leaders. There's nothing wrong with all of us come together, whether in Lagos, Ibadan, or whatever, all of them. There's nothing wrong with that we have meeting. So if you say we want to, you see, I don't know how you know about Nigeria. Nigeria is let me just say, it's something else. Yes, Nigeria is not a place whereby you will say the truth. I'm telling you, whether you like it or you don't, you leave it. That's not the truth. You say the truth in Nigeria, people don't like you. Yes, that's the truth. People will hate you. But when you are deceiving them, you are lying to them. Oh my God, Koiki is number one. Okay.
And that's why I couldn't blend into the society ever since I've been going since 2015, because they don't want the truth.
That's it. So they love you, they like you, they appreciate you when you are lying to them. So that's the reason why we find ourselves in this place. So in my own opinion, if we wanted to separate from Nigeria, I will not go the way you are going about it.
Okay.
I will go in a different way.
Okay.
And after that, when we are doing that, you know, it's step by step.
Yeah.
Now, from there, I want to follow there's something happened in my constituency. In my constituency. Some things, I want my why is it they are calling us for meeting. Okay. Now, then at that point in time, they can now call everybody and say, what is the problem? Because a minimum number alone, okay?
But I can tell you, before I let you go, so we can continue, that engagement between some traditional rulers were put together, and at the end of the day, within the Yoruba land today, no traditional ruler has no idea or has been told, has been consulted that the Yorubas are ready to leave. There's no Yoruba land within that Yoruba land. Officially. They might not tell you that. But I'm telling you now.
I think I see one or two Oba on social media. To be honest,
so we will invite one year. So let's card yeah.
Anybody
okay. All right. Well, like I said, every one of them has been consulted, so it is entirely up to them now to listen to what their children are asking. They don't have to agree with us, but they've been consulted and they've been told what we want. Yeah.
You are not getting my point. My point is it's not the crime of us asking.
Yeah.
The way we have Nigeria system is not like that.
Nigerian system was created to be like that, and we want to take it down. It was more created like that.
My brother, listen, Nigeria is not like that. Nigeria is not. I'm sorry, I want to call Nigeria as a zoo. I don't know if you agree with that, okay? So if you know the meaning of zoo, and you want to go into the zoo, would you use your brain to deal with the people in the zoo?
Okay. When we get
now, so zoo is acting as a zoo, and you want to act like a zoo.
Okay.
So what's going to happen?
Let's move on until we'll maybe before the end of the show we'll call again.
So we need to go back.
Okay.
Kind of sit back and look look for another way.
All right.
That is
the other way I'll tell you before I let you go. It's gonna be anarchy. I'll speak to you later again. Thank you very much. I will look for another way. To about the anarchy, go important. So you need could. Oh my, the anarchy stage. It will get to anarchy stage. I shall love Bob Baker. I invite him. Obago Masari to Batasiku. Obawo. Let's read what this guy say. Okay, I want us to finish the Umaru Diko. Let's finish this quickly.
And worked for some time with the BBC's Hausa language service.
I want you to remember that he worked for the BBC Hausa language. Put that into perspective. Again, he schooled there, University of London, first class honor from Birkbeck College, science degree in mathematics.
Birkbeck College, University of London, and worked for some time with the BBC's Hausa language service. In 1967, Umaru Diko was appointed a commissioner in the then North Central State of Nigeria, now Kaduna State, and was also secretary of the committee set up by General Azan Katsina, the first military governor of northern Nigeria, to unite the Northerners after the July counter-coup in 1966. In 1979, Diko was made President Shagari's campaign manager for the successful presidential campaign.
It is always the white man. Look at them. Always behind everything.
Of the National Party of Nigeria during the nation's Second Republic.
Now, just look at that white guy. Whatever his role or job, I can bet my life they were part of the instigator. Just as this woman, I think I have his video ready somewhere, not there. Where is she? Let's watch this.
Okay.
Hey, nice to see you. How are you? Nice to see you. Ogbon, Ogbonio. Hello, how are you? Nice to see you. It's all the same tactics. Let us make sure election hold in Nigeria. Let us keep Nigeria together so that Nigeria does not destabilize, so that it does not destabilize the British Empire. Or Britain, la fait then. Let's see what they have to say. Again, in another 30 years, if we continue with one Nigeria, it will just be the same thing as you were watching right there. You can see the white guy behind Umaru Diko there. You can see him. Just as you are seeing this woman, the current British High Commissioner in Nigeria, and this one would have gone. They might tell them that, look, we will support you with everything. We will give you everything you need. Nice to rob you. You're right. That's what they want to do. Let's finish watching the video.
Oh my God.
Well, River State is one of our most important partnerships here in Nigeria. It's where a lot of the wealth is created, and I wanted to talk to the governor.
Yeah, every single word she's saying. This is where wealth is created. Wealth is not created for the people of that particular region, but it is created for the British and probably some Nigerians working here that are able to work in whatever sector, whether they are NGOs, whether they are consultants, whatever role they are playing to keep Nigeria going. Majority of them lives here. Millions of Nigerians live in UK. And they're making a lot of money in whatever sector. supporting the British Empire back home. And they can send, let me send £1,000. I want you in without thinking about it. Easy, easy. I want to. So when people like me is talking, you're mad. Koiki, you can't sit down and be talking nonsense that we should break up Nigeria. Because they are not thinking about the future. They are not thinking about now, the money they are making. Rob Peter, pay for Paul. Let's hear more. And I'm going to just rewind it a little bit more.
And I wanted to talk to the governor, to civil society, to the APC party chairman and others around the security challenges, first and foremost. And I've had a very...
What security challenges? You created the problem that we are facing today. Your country created that problem by putting us together in 1914. And you can see her. She's representing our Royal Majesty. God bless the Queen. And the British Prime Minister representative to Nigeria.
With the governor about the challenges he's facing and his plans to tackle them. Secondly, the forthcoming elections.
What forthcoming election? What concerns you with election? The people are now saying that people in that region, the Biafra, are saying they don't want election. She's still talking about election. Good morning, Mr. Kayode Temi Samuel. Thank you very much, Dr. Benjamin. D. Oluojo, thank you. Everybody has a different opinion. The last caller opinion might be different from your opinion. That's his own personal opinion. But my opinion is, Yoruba, we go. Whether we like ourselves, we don't like ourselves, we will go. Because these are the people that they're creating all these, conversation around. She's moving from point A to B. She's talking about election. When British citizen was kidnapped from Kenya, just the same way they wanted to kidnap this one that you're watching here, that I was showing you earlier on. This one, look at it. Why am I trying to link all this together? Because I want our people at home to know that as much as they might say, Oyiboko problem wa, awa ni problem arawa, but they are the one behind that veil that you do not see. Ibo ni maru de koko gbogbo to jí lọ. Koko lọ America now. UK mi by lokowa. Do you know how many money stashed in UK bank accounts, investment, properties, stolen, wealth that should have supported you? If $4 billion was taken away by our transport minister, do you know what they could have developed with it in 1983 before Buhari came? Do you know what they could have done with it? Do you think that British was not there or Britain was not there in 1983? How come maybe by Lusawa kò ṣe sá lọ sí ìlú mi?
Republic, Umaru Diko played prominent roles as transport minister and head of the Presidential Task Force on Rice until a military coup on his birthday in 1983 overthrew the Shagaris government. Diko and a host of other politicians fled into exile in London.
It is always London. It is always London that hosts every criminality that you can think of. Just as they're doing again now by putting these women in the front. Go round. Tell them that election, if you dabaru it, we will not give you visa, we will not allow you to. Is that what we are talking about? When the Biafrans are saying we are being marginalized. Yes, they are the masquerade organizing all the background proxies. They created the problem in the first thing. They're talking about election while the people are being kidnapped, slaughtered like chicken in every part of the country. They always come to Fulani's rescue when Fulani runs out of idea. She's only a British commissioner. She needs to stay in her lane. She's not staying in her lane. That's the problem. I know you're asking, what is that bloody business with election? Because she is now the government. She's going around. And when our people at home see Oyinbo people say, hey, we'll talk about it. How can Koiki say we want to break when the Oyinbo woman is talking about election and democracy? What democracy? That people vote does not count. You think it's your vote that counts. I witnessed a lot of election. Well, not a lot, but at least I witnessed one. I showed you that's why I posted it in the morning so that you can see it. At least, if not, I witnessed the 2019 election. I witnessed it. That's why I come here and posted their images during the morning broadcast. I'm sure some of you must have seen it. They say it's Sunday IGBOHO that delivered the letter that killed Delegiwa. That's what Malami is saying. Sunday IGBOHO delivered the letter that killed Delegiwa in 1986. That was me. In 2019, February. With my own money, I flew to Nigeria for the first time, wanted to know and have an idea how election operate. You can see me just the same way you see me all the time. With my phone, the weather was shutting the phone down. Look at how people were looking at me because they shocked. They don't understand I was transmitting back to across the globe. People were watching me. I wasn't paid for this. No politician can say, oh, Koiki, we paid you to come to Nigeria to come and cover the election. What election? The one I witnessed in Alimosho, the one I witnessed in Ogun State during the governorship election. That's not an election. Your vote does not count. You are wasting time in the sun. All I say is that, people are just coming out. The main magic happen when they go into the polling center where they're going to count the vote finally. That's where the magic, they start changing the numbers. So when we're telling you we should not go for election, some people say, okay, so what are we going to do? So what are we going to do if we don't go and vote? You don't vote. What remedy has it done for you? And this woman is talking about election. Katrina Lang, British High Commissioner to Nigeria. We're talking about there's a problem in the country. We are being marginalized. We are being killed. The union is not working. The constitution that was put together is a fraud. And when you listen to somebody like this woman as well, Abike David, this was 2013. She comes to London and talk about, you remember Chatham House? I took you down there. Nigeria, doing that, and doing that. She'll be traveling with Buhari, dead or alive, to Saudi Arabia. This was 2013. What difference has she impacted in your life? You see people on our Instagram, hello mommy, hello mommy. What mommy? You don't have to have familiarity with any politician. They should be doing the right thing. But the politicians are not doing the right thing. That's why you're calling them mommy. Why are you calling them? Is she your mother? Why are you calling her mommy? Let's see what she says here. We'll go back to Katrina in just a few minutes.
The UK General Medical Council said, oh, we have a list of doctors. The 3 Nigerians are bad doctors. We're going to blacklist them. But that is out of...
Why should we have them here when they should be in Nigeria? If Nigeria was working, why should we have 4,000 Nigerian doctors here? When we have 200 million people that need those doctors, that need those nurses. But those doctors are running away because the shit-hole country is not working. It's not working.
Almost 4,000 Nigerian doctors in the UK.
Yes, there's 4,000 doctors in UK because they cannot work in Nigeria. Some of them wanted to set up hospital in Nigeria, but the policies, the system is just not working. Koshishe. They want to have a country where they can have their own input in their own village by just setting up a healthcare. But there is no grid that takes electricity in that community. They end up powering a generator. And after a while, the equipment they bring from abroad will collapse. This was Abike Dabiri in 2013. And she's still saying the same flipping nonsense thing going around. She was in London some few weeks ago as well. It's all lies. Charade, mirage. She's a Yoruba woman, but she believes in one Nigeria because she's part of the government. So it's not when we talk about Buhari, we talk about her. When we talk about the killing, the kidnap, you have to talk about her. She is a diaspora, whatever they've given her, commissioner. But all diaspora are outside because of the negligence of the shit-hole government that she is part of. The reason why we have Nigerians in Libya dying, in Oman, in Saudi Arabia, here in UK, we have Nigerians living in UK that do not have documents. Oh, you don't know that? You think everybody living in the UK has documents? It's because the people cannot go back home. And she come here now in 2013 and talk nonsense.
715 doctors here in the UK. You tell me 33, less than 1% have issues, and then you stereotype all the doctors.
Why wouldn't they stereotype us? Why? Kiloleta should stereotype one. Commissioner for Diaspora, when Nigerians should be at home, using all their skills. They are in Dubai. They are in Oman, doing housemaid. We are here in London. We are doing kitchen porter. Okay, some of you are probably upgrade yourself. You work in the NHS. Very good for you. You work in the bus transportation. Very good for you. Oh, you work in the council. Very good for you. You work with the British government. Very good for you. What about those at home? Back in the days, people were coming here to study and go back home. Not to sit down here in this weather. You think this weather is good for us? As Yoruba people, as Omoluabi people, as black people. You think this weather is our best weather? We're not meant to be here. We're meant to here study and go back. But she's more in concentrating about the diaspora outside that can't come back home. We are all trapped, and these are the same people getting us ready for another 2023. Let me show you all their faces. Maybe you don't know. I think I have all their faces somewhere. Like I think I have it somewhere. Let me see if I can find it. All right, let's continue. I'll find it. Let's go back to this woman. Let's hear what she has to finish saying.
The importance of these elections, how crucial they are, not just for Nigeria's democratic journey, but for Africa.
What election are you talking about, this woman? We are saying we don't want election. The constitution that put that election together is fraud. And that is why there's a dispute already on that constitution. It's just as simple as that. What's it that she doesn't understand? That we have already filed a dispute with the Nigerian government, that the British government is aware, but the British government is putting their face away as if we are talking nonsense. Last year, there was a notice of constitutional grievances, declaration of constitutional force majeure, and this Oyibo woman is still going around talking about democracy, election. Which election is she talking about? Which election? This Oyibo woman they talk about. Can somebody help me here? We are talking about we want to leave this union that your country put together in 1914 that has enslaved people in the Middle Belt, the Biafra, even the Hausas. Look at their faces. These are the same people now that they're talking about, oh, some of them have died in there, but majority of them are still alive. Don't be deceived. They are all the same. Whether they are PDP, APC, AFCA. This woman is talking about election when we, the indigenous people, have already filed a constitutional grievances. We are not happy with that constitution. That constitution is a problem. Correcting the mistake of 1914 that our country created. She's now talking about 2023. Is somebody with no be juju be that? Benny, which election? I'm lost. Can somebody help me? Katrina is talking about election when we are talking about a grievances that, and this is what this young girl or young woman, I don't want to say young girl because she's a woman. She said after the NSAS, not this one, not this one. She said after the NSAS, the only thing she has to go and look for now is learn about, let's say what she has to say.
2020 is a day that many of us will never forget in the history of Nigeria, the day that many Nigerians were shot at the Lekki toll gate, regardless of the stories that surround the day, confirmations or non-confirmations. What I decided to do with my anger was to redirect the energy to finding out some more about my country so that I know what exactly it is
What country? You don't have a country,
standing
madam.
or fighting for. So I decided to look more into the Nigerian Constitution, the 1999 Constitution, which binds us right now. Starting from the first page. Fallacy number 1.
Did you hear that? And Katrina seems she's deaf. She's not hearing anything. Is she the mask that she's putting on or what? Katrina is telling us, no be juju be that. Even this, our mother, where's she? Not that beauty, this 419 woman. Even she might not agree with Biafra, Yoruba breakup, but she agreed that there's fallacy in that constitution. Is that not the same thing that we have been talking about? So she just woke up. This one just woke up. You know, she's still putting on some green, white, green. The shackling Nigerian constitution. This was put out on the 19th of March, just even before the 1-year anniversary. I just come across it this morning as I was preparing for this program. Don't be juju be that. Election to keep chopping the resources in the land with no question asked. Is somebody with me? The line is open. You can communicate. You can join me through WhatsApp. You can join me through direct call. And if you want to call through Skype, I think I have my Skype ID on. Just look for OLAYOMI KOIKI on Skype and I can bring you in if you're somebody like it's me that is techie. Burata is plotting to come and contest electoral position to continue living with impunity, to keep evading justice. Can you imagine? Put a lipstick on a pig will always be pig. Let my people go. But the British doesn't want us to go. And that's why Katrina is going around from southeast to southwest to middle belt to northwest to northeast talking about 2023 general election when there's a dispute already in that constitution. We already have a dispute. We are not happy with the constitution that was put together. Let's hear what the sister has to say. It's just less than 3 minutes.
The peoples of Nigeria never put together this constitution. It was written by the Supreme Military Council, a few men, without recourse to what the Nigerian people had to say about the constitution. Flaw number 1. There's so much to say. I'll ask you to download the constitution from the Apple Store, the Android Store.
How can people download this thing, my sister? This is the same thing me and all my other colleagues have been talking about. But our people are more concerned to get a bag of rice from Tinubu as they are preparing. They are not interested in the constitution. They are interested in how they will get as many of these bags. Even as they are packing this bag, somebody wants to steal more from this bag. And let me take that 200 out of it and think that it is never going to finish. So while you are trying to educate them, my sister, go to Google, App Store and download what? A job description does not include putting... I didn't read that properly. What is that word? Somebody say a job description. What is going on? We are talking about we are not happy with the constitution. Katrina is going around talking about election. Which election? Which election is she talking about? Can somebody help me? You can join the conversation. +4475 940 50979. You can come through Skype and I'll bring you in. You don't have to show your face if you don't want to. No be juju be that. But this our sisters say after the NSAS, we should go and download the constitution. What constitution? Let's hear.
Read it, but let me show you section 16 in its entirety.
Okay.
This here means that the state, aka the government, is totally and completely responsible.
What government? Seyi Makinde government, Sanwo-Olu government, Dapo Abiodun government, Aregbe ti lọ. Which one in Osun State? Ekiti, Fayose, no. You know the governors. They can't do any jack shit. Sister, madam, mother, maybe she's a grandmother, who knows? Maybe she has a daughter here in UK that's 16 years old, probably don't get belly. It's not a big deal. There's only in Nigeria somebody that is 30 years old get pregnant. 30 years old woman get belly. They go to scream. It's because of poverty. Come on, sis, 16 years old. Fire me here, thank you. Osun State, the one in Osun State. This constitution is not going to allow our people to develop. Is that not why we are saying throw it away? But our people, my sister, what you should be talking now is no election in 2023 based on that fraudulent election constitution. Even Pastor Paul Adeparasi said so. No be juju be that. She's talking about development. The state shall direct its policy towards ensuring the promotion of planned and balanced economic development. Is there any economic development in Lagos? Is there any economic development in Ogun State? Oyetola, thank you very much. Is there any economic development in Ondo State? Is there any economic development in Kogi, Kwara? In Ogun State? Where is the economic development? That the material resources of the nations are harnessed and distributed as best as possible to serve the common goal. No be juju be that. We have a caller that is coming through. Hello, good morning, all the way from US.
Hello, Mr. Koiki. Good morning. Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm over it. That's a program done.
Go ahead.
Yes, sir. So, first of all, when you talk about the name Nigeria itself, Koyeki, everybody go law to find out what is the origin of that name itself. Before that name Nigeria, Koyeki, everybody, we were all called Royal Niger Company before the name Nigeria. Now, people need to go deeper into what Iboni Royal Niger Company, how would those come into existence? Everybody go find out. Then we'll start connecting the dots from the genesis of the Nigeria as a country. Everybody understand the whole corruption and all the black things during Bobo time by. I think a regular person in Nigeria of today will open his mouth and debunk Nigeria and pay on anything called Nigeria ever again. Because a lot of people think that Royal Niger Company was sold for 800 and something Guinea pounds. So basically, as we speak of today, minus 1999 constitution, everybody rule the constitution is just fraud. Not be what with everybody, you only constitution you, everybody obey constitution. Our Nigerians of today don't obey constitution, but politicians won't obey constitution. Our Nigerians they are going to this Royal Niger Company, Royal Niger Company, found British government. táwọn British government fi fún Nigeria ní independence ní 1960. Every time tẹ́ bá rí òyìnbó, tẹ́ bá rí àwọn British tó wà ní ẹ̀yìn everybody tó bá ẹ wo picture ìgbà tẹ́ show Marudiko, òyìnbó wà ńbẹ̀. Governor Wike, òyìnbó wà ńbẹ̀. Táwọn ọba wa bá jókòó, òyìnbó wà láàrin wọn. Tó bá ṣe kinní kan, òyìnbó wà ńbẹ̀. Àwọn òyìnbó tó ń wà nínú gbogbo nǹkan fídíò tẹ́ ẹ rí àtàwọn pictures tá a rí yẹn, wọ́n wá ṣọ́gbà wọn ni. Ìgbà wọn ló wá ṣọ́ because àwọn ló ra Nàìjíríà, wọ́n ra Royal Niger Company. British was the one that bought the Royal Niger Company and name is Nigeria. So, for the fact in pé we are still that name, Nigeria, and for the fact in pé wọ́n ra ibẹ̀ yẹn lọ́wọ́, wọ́n ra Royal Niger Company, wọ́n dẹ̀ name ẹ̀ ní Nigeria, we will forever and ever be seeing British in every affair taba ní nílùú yẹn. Unless taba break everything, everybody gba referendum, everybody gba freedom war. That is the only thing that can save that country as at now. In pé tó bá rí àfẹ́ tá a bá fẹ́ róyìnbó tó máa discuss about election, everybody have to get their referendum, because tá a bá ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀, òyìnbó will forever and ever be discussing about everything that pertains to that country called Nigeria, because àwọn ló rà. Tá a bá gba independence, tó sọ pé fún everybody ní independence ní 1960, that is not independent. Ìgbà tí bàbá wa Ọbáfẹ́mi Awólọ́wọ̀ was talking ní House of Commons or something like that ní London, bàbá wa Ọbáfẹ́mi Awólọ́wọ̀ sọ statement kan ní pé the people, ìgbà tó ní conversation nípa constitution, the very first constitution, bàbá wa Awólọ́wọ̀ sọ pé the people's Nigeria as a corporate entity, it is not enough. The peoples of Nigeria must be free and must be allowed liberty and freedom. Tí bàbá wa Awólọ́wọ̀, if bó ṣe sọ irú nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn, as at that time, ó yẹ kí everybody mọ̀ pé Nigeria is just a business for some group of people, sponsored and coached and managed by the British. That's why all our politicians, from the east to the west, from the north to the south to the central to the mountain to the lake to the river, they won't give it two thoughts about the citizens, because they are going into those elected offices to go and to go. I want to lo share titi won lolonge. Wọ́n kàn lọ síbẹ̀ pé okay o, àwa náà èmi náà fẹ́ lọ gé share ti tèmi. So ẹ̀yin náà wo Tinubu gbogbo owó tó wà nínú bullion tó wà nínú account ẹ̀, Tinubu máa kó gbogbo yẹn jáde just because of 2023 election. Oh man, you will spend and spend and spend and spend. Ṣebí rice ilẹ̀ yìí rí, rice ìyẹn ní kékeré o, swagger tó ń pariwo, Wàsíù Àyìndé tó ń kọrin káàkiri, ìyẹn náà ti gba share títí ẹ. Tó bá di God forbid me tí ó ní ti ẹ̀fẹ́ jẹ́ kí Nàìjíríà continue lọ́la, tí Nàìjíríà bá máa end lálẹ́ yìí kó end, I'm in support of it. Tó bá tí Tinubu bá di 2023 sí, tó bá lọ di president, gbogbo owó tó ti ná pátápátá, ó máa wá ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wá lọ cash out. Ó máa lọ cash out gbogbo nǹkan gbogbo owó tó ti ná, àwa ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wá lọ get gbogbo ẹ̀ padà pé ṣebí gbogbo yín ṣàgbá ráìsì mi. So it is my own turn láti san owó ráìsì tẹ́ ti gbà. It is my turn to pay myself back. Nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Nàìjíríà nìyẹn. It is a cycle. That is what has been going on. Politician máa náwó, ó máa di president. Tó bá ti di president tán, ó máa embezzle gbogbo owó tó ti ná àgbà padà. Governor, the same thing. Councillor, the same thing. Chairman, the same thing. Everybody is just a circle like that. A place like that can never ever work. It can never work. That also don't pay Nigeria ní zoo. Èmi ò kí ń pè Nigeria ní zoo. Mo máa ń pè Nigeria ní evil forest. Evil forest, àwọn àlùjọ̀nù ló ń rìn káàkiri lórí títì Nigeria. Kò ń jẹ́ Ọlọ́run ti sá vacation tó Ọlọ́run gbà. Ọlọ́run ti gba vacation lọ́wọ́ Nigeria. Ọlọ́run gbogbo àdúrà tó ń tí Nigeria ń gbà. Tó ń tẹ́ everybody ń pariwo ní church. Ọlọ́run gba tí ọ̀tún Ọlọ́run. Ó dẹ̀ ń gba òsì jáde. Ọlọ́run ti sign, ó ti give up. Nílùú yẹn, ó ti give up. So the only way for everybody to understand ibi tá a jókòó sí, ibi tá a ń lọ, we have to go back to the beginning. Where are we coming from? What is the history of that Nigeria itself? What is the bedrock? What is the Nigeria jókòó sí? What is the foundation of that Nigeria? Gbogbo àwọn tó ń pariwo one Nigeria, one Nigeria. I don't think they don't even know because 1930 during Independence Day, wọ́n ti show any history of anything on China's television or TBC or Arise TV. Nothing. They didn't share history in 1910, 1912, Kinikon. This is one Nigeria was Kinikon in 1901. Kinikon bye in the Kinikon in 1912. Kinikon bye. They don't do none of that. America bá fẹ́ ṣe independent. Àtòrí Abraham Lincoln, gbogbo storyline yẹn ló máa gbé jáde. Tó máa show lórí TV. Tí ẹ pé anybody tí ò bá mọ history kan tó bá wo just 30 minutes prime time of the history of America, you will know pé okay, èèyàn báyìí ló ṣe lé. Èèyàn báyìí ló ṣe lé. Èèyàn báyìí ló ṣe lé. O need láti lọ sí history school láti mọ history ìlú yìí. You don't need the coach, need the teacher kankan láti kọ́ ẹ ní history America because history America is everywhere. Everywhere you go to, everywhere you turn, worry, it's something that will lead you to history for you to know pé nǹkan báyìí lélẹ̀ and nǹkan báyìí ló ṣẹlẹ̀. There's nothing like that in Nigeria because Nigeria was never a country, it was a business. It's just a business for somebody. And our politicians here, they are just cashing out whenever they want. So, I want to pariwo one Nigeria, why Nigeria? I think before they start screaming one Nigeria, they need to go back to the genesis of what that the bedrock. If it's in Nigeria, that they are screaming one Nigeria. All of them need to go back to that beginning and know pay 850 something pounds. Lord everybody. 800 and something pounds ní Lord gbogbo wa, but Koikimedia sọ̀rọ̀ sí tọrọ wa 800 and something pounds ní gbogbo wa right now. Iye tó ra gbogbo wa nìyẹn. But àwọn one Nigeria, they don't know that. Àwọn èèyàn púpọ̀ ò mọ̀ yẹn and they don't, and àwọn tó mọ̀ wọ́n sọ. Instead of course wọ́n dúró de Jesus Christ àti ǹjẹ́ Michael kọ́ wá sílẹ̀ kọ́ wá ṣe dinner fún wọn. Like I need láti mama hit the target, you know.
All right.
We are hit the target so that we are not just agitating. We are not just saying Yoruba nation Biafra now, Yoruba nation now. We are not just saying that. There is a lot of things to combine together. Tafin Sope, Yoruba nation, Lafe, Biafra, Lafe, Middle Belt, Lafe, total freedom of the South, away from that nightmare up in the country. That is what we want. That is the reason why we are asking. Me, it's a sort of Buhari show. Buhari. 1912. What is the genesis? What was the beginning of this place?
Thank you very much. We have a new caller that is coming through as well. Hello, good morning, caller.
Hello, good morning.
You're welcome, sir. You're welcome.
Hello?
We can hear you. Go ahead. Good morning.
Yeah. I'm confirmed when you see a case program for us on Yoruba, right? So, okay, our youth, there's this girl, she's one of the ex-as conveners.
Okay.
Right? So, borrow Yoruba nation for right, but we don't know where to go. We don't know who to talk to. We don't know what step to take. We don't know what, like they are confused. And I want to protest on power. I want to try not to say what that step down, take not to promote good governance in Nigeria to work. Right? Even if I were your back pay, I will do Jao or Jamaica speaking next year. If I will go for election in 2023, because for Nigeria to strong, right? So, we as okay, our lórí Yorùbá kò dé ọjà láti àgbà so we want to observe pé she is interested, right? But in one thing Yorùbá ní I mean òun máa láwọn èèyàn tí wọ́n ti jọ as a tool because they see her as a public figure, right? Like I mean Esther was successful to some extent, right? So she's useful, right? She has interest.
What we are thinking, what we are.
Yoruba nation still are planet, right? But what he exhausted what is checking Nigeria okay, right?
Okay.
So they don't know what to do, and they believe they see. I mean, Yoruba nation go that way. Yoruba, so I want papaya. I want to like educate them. Like something like Nigeria.
Okay.
Nigeria is
I'm sure we can reach out, and then we see how we can. Yeah.
Most of people just want to go on the Yoruba nation. Most of people show interest, show interest.
Okay.
Because they have
all right.
They have different programs, right? But I will also go on the right? But now I want to change of mind. So
all right.
they were trying to
I'm sure we have people that are listening apart from myself that can also we need to bring.
She just needs someone to
all right. If any, I mean, I know the mother that put the program together. We can see how we can get a contact of her, and then more. Yeah, I know her very well. We see.
She's very. I mean, she's of Nigeria.
Okay. And there's so many of them like that. I'm sure there's so many of them. They're trapped. So they're trapped in between what next. Yeah, and that's why we are here as well. Trying our best to make sure. I mean, I see them one or two times. Trying to make sure we can educate them. Okay. Okay.
From there, but if so like that,
if anybody have them like that, please. We've just set up our website. Our email on our website. It has never been. I will definitely do. All right. Okay. Thank you very much. And maybe she might be watching, or you have a contact how we can reach. Not just her. So many of them like that. Send us email at info@koikimedia.com. I repeat, info@koikimedia.com. I've just set that up. It hasn't been set up before, but now we have it now. And that's also a way you can also reach out to me. I will not be using my personal email anymore, so you can send all your inquiries directly to that email address. If you have anything you want to discuss, people have different ideas about Yoruba Nation. They want to talk to us. I always say you can also implement these things bit by bit. It does not literally mean everything has to be done from Koikimedia or other media. That is why we are all intelligent. And while the brother was speaking, I was able to go. I mean, I saw the program coming up, but I went to bed early and I couldn't watch it. But I think I have that video here. Let's hear what she has to say. The woman that they were talking about.
Really, you are the one asking the question.
Okay, you are the one asking question. We want to give you opportunity to ask 2 questions. Or do you want to?
You wanted to ask me a question, ma'am. No, that's fine. I have my questions on ground. So the question that one of the main questions to Mama coming recently regarding everything that's been happening in the country is we all know the terrain of authoritarian governance in the country and the fact that these people seemingly are not ready to do anything. Many say we operate a democracy in Nigeria, but then you and many of my parents in this room can always go against that we don't think that they actually or a democracy actually exists in this country that we claim to be from. Now, when we talk about IPOB movement, the Biafra movement, the Yoruba Nation movement.
You think this is a game? Okay, I'm going to mute all of us a little bit and then unmute again. Okay.
All right, thank you, ma'am. So when we talk about the IPOB movement, the Oduduwa Now movement, Yoruba Nation movement, and all of that, once I see IPOB in the East, there I was arguing with some people online regarding the fact that IPOB plans not to embark on any elections. They have an oncoming elections, I think, in Anambra State or so, and then they said they're not going to vote for anybody. Everybody's going to sit down at home. Now, what are the long-term goals of this move? What will this move bring about for not just the Southeast, but for the Southwest? What will... Sorry.
I'm sorry.
No problem.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. So what are the long-term and short-term goals of this move? And for Oduduwa Nation movement, Oduduwa and Yoruba Now movement, currently the popular Yoruba activist IGBOHO is in Benin prison. Where are the leaders of the Yoruba Nation Now movement? If youths are to sort of put their energy, put their passion, put their hopes into asking for a referendum or seeking for a succession for the Southwest from Nigeria or whatever is going on right now, what are the long-term goals? What are the short-term goals? Also, 2023 elections are coming up, and this is a vital question I've been wanting to ask, experienced people when it comes to, Nigerian democracy and all of that. Do we see any change forthcoming in that election? Would we encourage young people to actually vote in the oncoming election? And if so, who exactly do we want to ask young people to vote for? Because these are questions that get thrown at me during the course of me engaging with young people. At least I engage with that.
All right. I'm watching it for the first time, just like so many of us. And thank you to the last caller that pointed it to that. And that's the beauty about conversation. It can take us different places. She's asking who should they vote for and all that. One thing she's got to remember first is, as we're coming back to what one of our own, I'll say mother, auntie, sister was telling us here, that constitution. So what I expect somebody like Reno, and I hope I pronounce her name very well. I'm saying that for the first time. Where's that again? Oh boy. Got too many things open. Okay, she's there. She sounds very, very well educated. So if she's saying that she doesn't know what is happening, maybe that's right. But I'm sure she knows that the Constitution is a flaw. She must have heard that before. Maybe not. We don't know. Maybe she's just ignorant. She doesn't have an idea that the Constitution that we are operating on presently is one major problem. And I think somebody was able to pick that up. She was part of the NSAS. Well, according to what she said, if you listen to the beginning of this video, which I already prepared. I saw this video for the first time myself this morning. So Reno is quite right. If Anambra Biafra says we don't want election. They don't want election because they want to be out of the country. They want a referendum. It's as simple as that. That's the long-term goal. The short-term goal is we will destabilize the system. We will force the system to give us what we want. The last few callers says, I think we can do it peacefully. I disagree. It's not going to be peaceful. It's going to be anarchist state at some point, regardless of whatever our take is. Because if you look at what this sister was trying to explain to us in this constitution, I've looked at number D. It says that suitable and adequate shelter, your mama be, suitable and adequate food, your mama je, reasonable national minimum wage. Most of your governors cannot pay that minimum wage because your resources is with the federal government. 68 exclusive list inside the fraudulent 1999 constitution. So I expect Reno to first deal with the constitution. Then she will be able to understand where we are coming from as the Yoruba people and as the Biafran and the Middle Belt. And if she says, well, we want to go for another election, then she's also helping that constitution to continue to exist. And I hope I'm making sense here. Maybe somebody may want to help me. I'll try to engage her if I find her contact. Maybe we can have conversation. We can bring her on board. They are looking at this picture of police brutality. The reason why there's police brutality is also in that constitution. The reason why police that is brought from the north to operate in the southwest is because of that constitution. Because the constitution does not permit Sanwo-Olu, even if he has the wealth, to bring in a police of their own in Lagos or in Ogun State, in Kwara, in Kogi. It does not happen. It's because of that constitution. When I traveled down to Glasgow, it was a different police. When I go to Birmingham, it's a different police force. When I go to Wales, it's a different police force. When I go to Liverpool, it's a different police force. But what I've done in Nigeria is the center is holding everything. That was why some people say, well, let's go back to where we were by restructure the country. But is that not too late now? So it's quite, she spoke very well. She doesn't know, which is true.
Average of over 100 people per day online. And then these are questions that come at me. And
Reno, I was in Nigeria. That's me there. In 2019. I witnessed that election for the first time. It's a mirage. Cherry people talk queue yi. I want to manipulate was in the queue. Those that will manipulate this election are not in the queue. That was me in Alimosho, one of the biggest local governments in Nigeria, or in Lagos rather. You see, people want to vote. Yes, they want to vote for their party choice, PDP, APC. But those that will determine the final result are still sleeping. We saw what happened. The Igbo were not allowed to vote in Abuja, in Surulere, because they had the numbers in those axes. So when she's saying that, we don't know what is going on, the long-term and the short-term goal, the first thing is to shut down the constitution. We've already said it here. That constitution is now in the grievances. But British is still talking to us in democracy.
Well, the world spotlight will be on Nigeria in 2023.
Why should there be spotlight in Nigeria in 2023 when there's already spotlight of killings, kidnapping, genocide is happening? The British government refused. Just like I've been told, same over in America. Everybody has their own police. So the reason why Reno and NSAS were being run over is because they brought in a mechanism to kill them based on that constitution. But this woman still wants us to go for spotlight. What spotlight? Nigeria is already spotlight because of all the atrocity being committed in the country. Why should we wait till 2023, madam? Why should we wait till 2023? So who is fooling who? Who is playing the minds of millions of Nigerians? Shawala play minds of millions of Nigerians. Or the government, their international criminal partners that wants to keep Nigeria for their own selfish gain.
It needs to be a better election, not perfect, but better.
Chegbo, not perfect, but better. What does it mean by not perfect? Why is it that we cannot have a perfect election like United Kingdom? Why must we not have a perfect election? It's because we are in a system that is being put together in 1914 by Great Britain. And if she's talking, right, about election, let me remind some of you, because we, like, Dr. Obadia says, we also have evidence. Maybe some of you have forgotten. It's a long one. I'm not going to play everything. I'm just going to give you a snip. Just bear with me. So, not that Reno does not know the problem. Yes, she might have to be enlightened a little bit. Let's just listen to just a bit of this. Just bear with me. I'm just looking for it. It's somewhere. You know, when you have too many videos. A very good morning. I can't find it now. We'll get it. And I saw it recently. I'm looking for the Aerosmith. Okay, I've got it here.
Hello. And Mrs. Carol Smith, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
May I say how delighted we are to be on Passion. We've looked forward to speaking to an African television station for decades. This is something we have looked forward to for such a long time, and we are so happy to be here.
Thank you. Mr. Aaron Smith was a young, bright, and principled Oxford University graduate who was recruited by the Colonial Office and posted to Nigeria. He took his final examination a year ahead of his class. He also married Mrs. Carol Smith, whom he met while they were both at Oxford University. Together they went to Nigeria, where they had their 2 children. Mr. Aaron Smith, you were featured in a program recently by BBC Radio 4, titled Document, and that was hosted by Mr. Mike Thompson. You were alleged that the British government rigged the first and most important election in the history of Nigeria in 1959 in favor of the North. Am I correct?
Yes.
How long were you in Nigeria for?
From 1955 to 1960. And we were based in Lagos. I was on the staff of the Department of Labour. I was largely occupied with employment problems.
I'm just going to pause it there and bring that screen this way. And let's go back to what this one is now telling us. In 2020,
consolidate and improve Nigeria's democracy. And I think the governor very much agreed with me on that.
Madam, what democracy are we talking about? Is it the one that you sorted out in 1959 that we now know the outcome? Why Reno is now upset that she's not sure what is happening. She's confused.
At times, more than half of the time, I can't even tell them myself. So, do we see any hope? Like, because then also I'm also bothered about a particular issue, which is that many of you are in, you experience Nigeria too many faces, and for a very long that could be better. This country will be better one day, and that day is not come. Even
it cannot be better, my sister, because you are already entrapped in a constitution that is already in grievances. And like we told you right there, when this man was telling us exactly what happened.
Employment exchanges and statistics and international reports, and was kept pretty busy. I was also stationed in Lagos in charge of the capital and the port. I was the port labour officer as well, and I also devised a port labour scheme and later a social security scheme, which was one of the first in Africa, which guaranteed workers some income.
And you hear what he said? Workers' income. Now let's go back again to what my sister here. I'm just trying to bring our mind. Now let's come back here and let's look at number D. I live in just a very small, comfortable shelter. I have food in the kitchen. I have reasonable national minimum wage that has been set by the parliament. What is the national minimum wage now today in UK? National minimum wage, UK. So the national minimum wage for UK, according to the government, national minimum wage, the hourly rate for the minimum wage depends on your age and whether you are an apprentice. It is different from Wales. This is for England. You must be at least school leaving age to get the national minimum wage. Age 23 to get the national minimum wage. So anybody to buy age 23 need we national minimum wage, and we have people in their 40s, 50s coming up to their when they will get no pension, and yet they refuse to pay them 30,000 naira. The current rate, the rate for the national minimum wage for those that are 23 years old in UK is £8.91 if you're 23 years old. If you're between 21 and 22, it's £8.36. If you're between 18 and 20, it's £6.56. If you're under 18, it's £4.62. If you're apprentice, you are £4.30. Do we even have any apprentice anymore in Nigeria? If she's young to know the history of Nigeria, we can educate her. We can give her the background. That is why they remove history. Because there and there, Reno, my sister, should have known that the country called Nigeria problem all started here.
After they'd finished work, it was a providence scheme. As I say, it's called the National Providence Scheme. And I was very proud to have put that on the statute book.
I was going to ask you what your role is. You've mentioned three important. Is there any particular name given to your office while you were there?
Just labour officer.
I was a labour officer, a senior civil servant.
Okay.
I only intended to stay.
He was a labour officer, just as we have so many Nigerians today working within the ministry in UK government. They're doing very well. They're doing their own bit. Some of them now does not want Nigeria to break. Why some say, no, we have to let it go. So I can understand my sister plight. But let's come back to this, my other sister. And when I say my sister, I just met her online today while I was looking for Nigerian constitution. She is more upset just like Reno. But what she has done is she has gone back to review the constitution. I don't know whether Reno has done the same thing. But I am even now saying that that constitution is a flaw. Let's hear more from this, our sister here.
For any part of the economy and the economic welfare and prosperity of the country as the state or the government sees fit. So education, health, oil and gas, roads and more are determined.
Everything has been given to Dangote and BU, and I can assure you, two of them are traveling with Buhari to Saudi Arabia. I've read that statement. And they can come and tell you, oh, Chief Sunday IGBOHO has 200 and something million naira in his account between the last 8 years. Somebody did a breakdown of that, and that was very, very fantastic. I'll see if I can get it out. You know, we are very good as Yoruba people. Any country breakdown, but what the hell are you talking about? Without coffee, don't make in less than 30 seconds. But because they look at every Yoruba that you must not prosper as Yoruba people, as Biafra people, they want to suppress us as much as they can. They want to make sure that, you know, we do not become, you know, the power line. Give Dangote all the resources. And that is why you look at it now and ask yourself, people don't have a job. People don't have adequate welfare. Welfare of disabled are provided for the citizens. Are we providing welfare for everybody that has disability in Nigeria? Because I know somebody that I have been looking after for the last almost 4 years. Because she has a daughter, she has a son that has a bit of disability challenges. And I don't think any local government have called her before to say, hey, please, just take this for your son. I know what we do to support her. I'm sure some of you do the same thing with so many people that you've never met on social media. Let me remove that. Let me reduce it so that you can read the background of what I'm doing on the other side. Let's reduce this one. We'll come back to it again. So the question is, we have a constitution that is not working. They've purposely removed history from our curriculum so that nobody knows the background of what is Nigeria, who created Nigeria. What is the purpose of Nigeria? Nigeria is a British soup pot. That is the reason they have interest in 2023. Does the High Commissioner does not know that we are demanding for referendum? That she's talking about, you know, a better democracy. Let's hear more from this, my sister. A very good morning. It's 14 minutes past 5, 25th of October, 2021. It's just our late night broadcast. We'll probably bring the program to an end just before 6 o'clock, and then we say good morning.
Determined solely by the government, regardless of its competencies or incompetencies. Take a look at section 6, subsection 6, paragraphs A, B, C.
Let's see. Shall not accept as otherwise provided by this constitution extend to any issue or question as to whether any act of omission by any authority or person, or as to whether any law of judicial decision is in conformity with the fundamental objectives and directive principles of state policy. All this is not going to help anybody. Somebody said there is not single kobo allocated for treatment of special needs children in Nigeria. What a shame. I have been taking care of somebody for the last 4 years. I'm sure some of you do the same thing without even knowing them. It's because the system is not there. Oh yes, it might be in the write-up constitution, does not mean it's working, you know, on the ground. Well, it must have been in the constitution, but it is not there physically to take care of anybody.
This right here means that the peoples of the Federal Republic of Nigeria cannot question or sue the government in any court of law if the government does not meet her responsibility.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? You know, did you hear that? You can't sue the government. That's why Buhari does not like us talking about him on Osibajo.
Is in education, provision of roads, healthcare, and more. We can only make our grievances known through the media, which is kind of like a contradiction. On the one hand, it says we have rights to question. On the other hand, it says we cannot, however, question in a court of law. There are several contradictions throughout the Constitution. Might I also mention that the Nigerian Constitution has no regard for women. And every time an officer of the state is sworn in, he or she is made to...
Sorry, I'm listening to one of my sister that is watching me. She has left a message, and I'm just trying to listen. And I think she said something, and I think I might have it here. Let's just see. Nigeria is not a priority of America. Let's hear it.
Complete solidarity against this outrage against what happened in Paris, vis-a-vis what we see in Nigeria, which is truly not, it should not be surprising. Look, what's happening in Nigeria is barbarous. It's horrible. I mean, it's complete madness, yet it's not a priority. The United States unilaterally could do almost anything it needs to do. It would be a long-term effort, but it could be done. And the United States has the capability. All the elements of power, we have those.
So why not?
Complete. It's not a priority. That's the problem. We are committed elsewhere in the world. Black West Africa is not a priority. Very stark, very hard to say, but that's the case right now.
And that's the case right now. So I can understand why my sister here, maybe she's a bit, not aware of so many things. Even the internet is very...
Some of our parents are asking to get married, you give birth to children. Are we still going to be embarked on this? Are we still going to keep embarking on this Nigeria?
But yeah, this woman wants us to go for 2022.
And thirdly, we talked about the economy and prospects here, the governor's vision, including youth employment and so on. And sorry, and finally, we didn't have a chance to talk, but I did want to flag to you, Governor.
My sister here that just sent this voice says it's better for us to start operating as an independent nation. Do you agree with her? Do you agree? I think we had a caller that said the same thing in the morning. We declare nation, regardless of whether international community support it or not. It will go into anarchy stage. Eventually, everybody will be free. And let's talk. Britain will then have to understand what we mean. But rather, she's going around the country. When this, my sister, is talking about constitution that is not working, she's asking question. What is going on? We are saying constitution, grievances. They are saying election 2023.
The environmental issues, the soot issue, and that's been raised with me around many of the CSOs who work here. The crucial importance of the Ogoni cleanup and the particular challenges.
What Ogoni cleanup? Just as I was, my brother Omoyele Sowore was saying that you cannot forgive somebody that committed no offense. Sowore said, "Oh, why do you want to forgive Ken Saro-Wiwa? Why you want to forgive Ken Saro-Wiwa? Ken Saro-Wiwa, an Ogoni 8 activist, exoneration, not pardon. Exoneration for Ken Saro-Wiwa. Who remember Ken Saro-Wiwa? The board of directors of Ken Saro-Wiwa Foundation have received and read the statement from Adeshina, the special advisor on communication to the president of Nigeria, General Muhammadu Buhari, in which the president conveyed his willingness to grant clemency or pardon to Ken Saro-Wiwa. What offense did Ken Saro-Wiwa do in the first place? And 8 Ogoni activists illegally executed by the same kind of Fulani people, Nigerian military dictator of Sani Abacha on November 10, 1995. And that is the same day they want to bring Kanu back to court. Are you aware of that? Do you know that the same date is when Kanu will be coming back to court, November the 10th, this year, after a sham trial? Ken Saro-Wiwa and other 8 Ogonis were not criminals. They were innocent activists, unjustly murdered for fighting for the just cause. And this woman is talking nonsense, talking about the mess that they created in that area. By the time war bring out Nigeria, I assure you Nigeria will be your priority. She's talking about, Ogoni, the area that Shell and all the British Empire have destroyed the community by sucking the crude oil and leaving the environment damaged there. And that is why the environmental activists here are very, very active. The moment you mention Ken Saro-Wiwa, they know who the guy is. He was an environmental activist. And this government now wants to think they can play smart. Oh, we're going to forgive. Forgive who? They never committed any offense in the first place. The family of Kensarua has made a request for exoneration of Kensarua to the president in the past and are still waiting for a response. We urge the president to again consider this request as part to justice and peace. The family and the foundation have not asked any individual to ask for pardon, just like nobody has asked Buhari to pardon, or just the other one that says, Chief IGBOHO is asking for nemesis. Let Buhari forgive him. He will leave Yoruba nation. What nonsense is that? And this is part of what is going on in the country. It's a total messed up country. You killed 8 people for nothing, and this woman that their company or their organization was operating when Kensarua was complaining, they kept quiet until he was killed. And you out there thinking that these people will come for you. Hear this again.
Complete solidarity against this outrage against what happened in Paris, vis-a-vis what we see in Nigeria, which is truly not, it should not be surprising. Look, what's happening in Nigeria is barbarous. It's horrible. I mean, it's complete madness, yet it's not a priority. The United States unilaterally could do almost anything it needs to do. It would be a long-term effort, but it could be done. The United States has the capability. All the elements of power, we have those.
So why not?
It's not a priority. That's the problem. We are committed elsewhere in the world. Black West Africa is not a priority.
In Lagos initially for 2 tours of duty. Although because of this conflict with the elections, there were difficulties. Actually, government wouldn't let me leave the civil service. They were determined that I should stay in the civil service after my 2 tours. And I was offered very considerable incentives, including a knighthood, to stay and work for government.
We'll come back to that. We're just about half an hour away before the end of the program. At 6 o'clock, we'll bring the program to an end. I said good morning, thank you very much. My sister sent another voice note saying that she just arrived back from Nigeria, and she noticed when she went to the market, every one of the security in our market now are the Hausas and the Fulanis. That's what she said to me now. That's what I'm listening. It's about my balance to be shell.
And talking about security standards now, what is the British government doing to help Nigeria get out of the current challenge?
Well, we're in the north, in particular, we're sharing our experiences from counterinsurgency from Northern Ireland, from Iraq and Afghanistan.
What experience are you sharing, madam? You created this problem by combining a country together for a project for economic purpose in 1914. And now, in 2021, October 25th at 5:30, I am sitting here trying now to untangle the problem that you created for us. Look at this. Look at her face. You can tell that she's lying.
We have a military presence here, has been here for many years, training.
You hear that? They have military presence, just as their new ship has arrived in Nigeria. Once again, we will continue to remember Kensarua. Let me go and show you UK High Commission in Nigeria. They've had a new ship that have arrived. That has come to support them. But because everybody think that, by licking the hearts of these people, they think we are all the same. Their new ship has arrived in Nigeria. HMS You can see it. When you go Pepe, Luku Pepe. And that's what she's telling us here. Let me rewind it a little bit. She said, listen.
Northern Ireland, from Iraq and Afghanistan. We have a military presence here. It's been here for many years, training.
They have military presence in Nigeria, training. But yet, yes, everything will be yam scatter very soon. They are preparing for war against the indigenous people of Nigeria. This ship arrived in Lagos. This one arrived in Lagos. I don't know why it's not opening. It arrived in Lagos. This one is already in Lagos, probably heading towards the north or the southeast. It arrived on Saturday. And yes, she's telling us that they have their military presence. They've been there for a very long time, supporting the Fulani government. Because the Yorubas that are there have been sidelined. Even our generals, present and past, have been sidelined. We can never forget Tolulokpa Rotile. Tolulokpa was killed by this government. Nobody knows anything about her anymore. Tolulokpa Rotile Lawata Lewo. And our sister is confused. We can't blame her.
What in the next 4-5 years are young people expected to do?
Young people cannot do anything, my sister. You are trapped already. You are trapped in that constitution. Even if you disagree with us, this constitution is not going to help you develop. And that is why we are saying now that we can let go, or you'll continue to see politicians like this. Kuli Kuli Anepa. Angari. Jagaba. So many youth think they are smart. But what you don't understand is you are dealing with a government that is ruthless. That's why they were able to take out as many of you during the EndSARS. The only options on the table now is let us demand for referendum. Everybody, what's her name again? Reno, you can do very well without being part of Nigeria. And that is why we are here every day to educate them. Maybe she's not watching one of my videos, because if she watched one of my videos, she would stick to it. I don't blame her. She's been marginalized as a young girl within a system that everybody just wants to touch her pants. That's what they're after. They're not after her brain. Whatever is in her brain, they're not interested in public, private sector in the country called Nigeria. Beautiful. They probably want to touch underneath, and that's all. Disrespect her as a woman. You know why? That constitution. So don't blame her. Let's blame those that refuse to stop. You see, she cannot even communicate with us properly.
Okay, it's frozen a little bit.
This is the frustration that Nigerians go through. I have how many devices here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The TV6 with some other device upstairs. Almost 7 devices connected. And I can still communicate. Somebody say, I said it on Koiki's earlier show today that the South guys need to shut the oil rigs and everybody will sit at home, then things will begin to happen. It is going to happen. It's just a matter of time.
We have a military presence here, has been here for many years, training your military.
Training which military? Training the Fulani jihadist military that you created, madam. It's not training the Yoruba or the Igbo people military. It's training the Fulani jihadis.
In counterinsurgency and also sharing our experiences.
What experience are you sharing with us? We are telling you that you created a country called Nigeria in 1914 and we are not happy with it. It's killing our youth. She was only 23. How old was she? How old was she before she died? 24 years old. She did not even give back to anybody before she gone. She was born 13th of December 1995. She was killed by the Nigerian government on the 14th of July 2020. So if they can kill Tolu Paroti, then what the hell are you telling me that you love Nigeria? You think you love Nigeria more than Tolu Lokwe, that did everything possibly best to become the first female helicopter ever, combat helicopter pilot in the Nigerian Air Force. But yet, the Fulani killed her. They took her out. I'm sure we get somebody else, but she's gone. So I pity some of you that are still thinking that we're here joking. You think it's about me. Oh, let me take off that one so that you can see Tolulope's face properly. Let's remove this one. But you are waiting for these people.
Very hard to say, but that's the case right now. Complete solidarity against this and outrage against what happened in Paris, vis-a-vis what we see in Nigeria, which is truly not, it should not be surprising. Look, what's happening in Nigeria is barbarous. It's horrible. I mean, it's complete madness, yet it's not a priority. The United States unilaterally could do almost anything it needs to do. It would be a long-term effort, but it could be done. The United States has the capability. All the elements of power, we have those. So why not? It's not a priority. That's the problem. We are committed elsewhere in the world. Black West Africa is not a priority. Very stark, very hard to say.
Very hard to say. How can Nigerian government fight Boko Haram when they have Boko Haram sponsor in power? This witch running everywhere, and our stupid leaders can't even ask why she's involved in our election. Because she's a white woman. It's as simple as that. She's representing the British government. And the same British government, we are going every day to demand referendum. Free us now. Boris Johnson, free us now. But in Nigeria, she's sending a representative to continue to consult among all our leaders, our politicians, our traditional rulers, that election must hold in Nigeria, regardless of whatever we think. They are running the country like a one-man business. It has always been so. Fulani has always run it as a one-man business. That is why Chief Sunday Igboho account was put out as if, 200 and whatever million was there as against millions of dollars that have been given to Dangote by the Central Bank of Nigeria to suppress me and you. Who is fooling who? I pity so many Nigerians that think they are confused. You are not confused. You are only confusing yourself. You are not confused. You are only confusing yourself. Good morning, James Lincoln. Claiming to be a Nigerian is what enslaved you to the Fulani's federal government. It's as simple as that. And then when people say, oh, this government has prescribed IPOP, that's why we should not have anything to do with IPOP, I just laugh. That means you are still also supporting the Fulani government. Why should I support the government because you are saying that they prescribe somebody? That's a terrorist government.
That these kind of challenges are not solved by military means alone. Ultimately, it's about rebuilding trust with the people of the country.
What trust? We don't trust anybody that you have put together like the Fulanis with us. What trust are you talking about? Do you trust the Scottish? Why did you not allow Gordon Brown to become the Prime Minister of this country? Scottish never trust, English. English doesn't trust Scottish. You think they trust themselves? It's just a question. Do you think they trust themselves? She's going to come and talk about trust. What trust are you talking about? I greet every one of you working in the NHS. I greet every one of you running your businesses around the globe. I greet everybody working in the public sector, in America, health sector. I greet everybody working in the law firm. But we must understand that if we do nothing now, the next generation will ask us questions. If you pretend as if you are not seeing our videos, it's entirely up to you. You can pretend as if it doesn't concern you. And I do appreciate, especially when I get calls. I received a very good call yesterday, just like I receive every day. I received that call. And that brother said he was shocked to know that one of his own other brother, a banker in America, he has probably been to Nigeria twice since he left Nigeria, I think in 1995. Top guy in America. And the guy shared maybe one of my video. And that other brother that speaks to me was like, what? Koikimedia. Only yes, and I appreciate every one of you, every single one of you. A lot of them wants to go back home and do investment. There's nothing to do investment because the Hausa Fulani has collapsed our economy. Buhari has turned Nigerian economy to shithole. But this woman, Katrina Lang, the British High Commissioner, says we can turn things around. Good morning, Adeko Sasa. Yoruba Nation is the answer. Thank you very much, my sister there. Joyce. Since when is it the job of the consulate officer to train military in a country of posting? This woman is the firstborn of the devil. She's representing the British government. This is 2021. We want to decide ourselves, but British doesn't want you to decide yourself. That's why I asked, do we wait for UN to give us this declaration? Let us declare this, whatever happens. It happens. Oh, we need the diplomatic tie. Really? Forget it. What diplomatic tie? It has never worked. What diplomatic tie? Let's declare our nation. Goes into anarchy stage, the world will break everything on our behalf. 5:40, we're just 20 minutes away before the end of this morning broadcast. It's been a late night broadcast. It's a messed up country. There's no hope for anybody. I greet every one of you in Belfast. I greet you from Malta, in Malaysia, in China, in Singapore, South Korea, in Iraq. I said thank you very much to those of you on Instagram. Does this woman have an IG on Twitter? Oh, yes. I'll show you. She's on Twitter. Katrina, that's her name on Twitter. She's the British High Commissioner. I'm going to show you in a minute. Just bear with me. We are demanding referendum. They're talking about something else. We are demanding to opt out of Nigeria. They're talking about something else. We say we don't want to. That's her there. Katrina Lang 1. That's a Twitter page. They are more concerned about keeping us together. Today's mark 76 years of United Nations. That was yesterday. Let's hear what they have to say.
Crisis to nuclear North Korea. When founded after World War II, the UN's mission is to bring peace, prosperity.
What peace are they bringing? There's no peace in Nigeria. Break up Nigeria now. Declare Nigeria a failed country. Give everybody a referendum. Let's decide. But we are waiting for the UN. 76 years. Yoruba has been in existence before United Nations. So why should we even wait for them? Let's make a declaration. Let's declare Yoruba nation. What are we scared of? We declare Yoruba nation. We roll out our own passport. The world doesn't want to accept it. We create chaos around the world. Oh, some people will say, hey, country doesn't run like that. You can't be talking like that. Or you are talking like somebody that is not intelligent. Believe all that mess. Even North Korea that is not supported around the world. Some countries are still supporting it. China is still supporting North Korea. As people don't like Afghanistan, some countries, Pakistan is supporting Afghanistan. We will find one country that will support us. Forget it. We declare it today. We will find one country that will support us. We will find 5 countries that will support us. Our land resources now. Country will come and run after us. And we chase every one of those people that doesn't want to be part of us. We chase them out. We start securing our border. We harm our people. We put them in our border. Anybody come with coffee but follow it down. We buy everything that we need. We start securing our borders. We have the money from outside. Our land is seaport. We take back the seaport by force, by fire. Declare Yoruba nation now. Wasting too much time.
Human rights to the world.
Or human rights. Or human rights. They're killing people in the Biafra land today. They're killing people in the northwest. They're killing people in the southwest. They're even killing people in the northeast. They're killing the southern Kaduna. The Christians there. The UK as a founding member has played it proud. What proud have you played? 76 years of United Nations. Yoruba has been in existence before United Nations. Let's create that anarchy now and stop it. That's the only way out. Everywhere is Zoom meeting, 7 hours. Zoom meeting, 3 hours. We're talking. Just the same way they've talked to restructure Nigeria. Oh, I want to do to better anything. Declare Yoruba nation. Kí bàbá kí tó yẹ kó jáde kó declare Yoruba nation. Kò sí nǹkan tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀. Tó bá máa ṣẹlẹ̀ o. Kò sí nǹkan tó ń bọ̀ lókè tí ilé ọgbà. United Nations ṣe wo. Taliban, yes, Taliban never asked for a referendum. They chased everybody out. They gave America the ultimatum to leave their country. They left. Even America left all the helicopter, left everything there. But the Yorubas, we're scared. We're all scared.
The UK as a founding member has played a proud role in its
76 years of what? Yeah, 76 to Nigeria and they say, no health care. It's somebody that is 76 that needs constant health care. Do you understand what that means? Yes, you're right. Victories on Instagram says Putin is supporting Afghanistan currently. Did you hear that? Declare Yoruba nation today. We will get the support. Oh, might destabilize the whole system. Yes, maybe for 10 years. And then so what? I think we are not going to be part of Nigeria anymore. Make that declaration now. Come out and declare it now. You will have the backings of everybody. Declare it now. Come out and make it, an international press statement to declare our nation. Who are we scared of? Are we scared of all these white people? Oh, because they have weapons. But, declare it. We're wasting time. Talking. Zoom meeting. If you don't declare it, then let's go into the crisis mode. We've done all the awareness. It's more than enough. Let's go now into the crisis mode. Biafra said there's not going to be election in Anambra in November. It's going to turn violent. You think it's not going to turn violent? It's going to be violent. We must start thinking about that as well. It's going to be violent. There's nowhere in the world that there will not be violent if you're demanding something for some people. Minor. I hope I pronounce that country very well. There's violence going on there. There's violence around the world already. There's violence around the world. And you talk about United Nations rule in 76 years. What role have they played? Hypocrite all over the place.
I've been challenged to run through some of the UN's key successes.
What key success? We are now talking about the world that is injustice.
In 76 seconds. So let's start the clock. From the Cuban Missile Crisis to nuclear North Korea, when tensions rise, the world turns to the UN Security Council to prevent world...
Let us create that tension so that they can put all the UN Security Council to focus on Nigeria. Let's scatter everything. Everything, let's scatter it. You say you sit down for London, they put cool. Violent when you go in Nigeria, mad person, you're talking nonsense. How can you say that I sit down in London and I'm pushing for violence? So you think that there's no violence in Nigeria? They are raping your mothers, raping your fathers, raping your sisters. You think there's no violence in Nigeria? Are you stupid? You don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean I'm sitting here in London and creating violence? What violence are you creating? There's violence in Nigeria every day. You want me to show you those violence? Chief Sunday Igboho's house was raided, 2 people were killed. Are you not mad to be telling me that I'm putting up violence? Are you not in Nigeria when they took violence to Chief Sunday Igboho's house and killed 2 people? Let me show you this. Is this not violent against human beings? Are you crazy? Are you mad to tell me that I'm sitting here from London and I'm creating violence? Are this not human being? Are you stupid to be talking like that? Idiot all over the place. You're stupid to be asking me that question that I sit here and creating violence. Do you know how many people have been killed on a daily basis? Are you mad all over? Fucking idiot. Coming here to be telling me, that I'm sitting here in London creating violence. Stupid Nigerians all over the place. Idiot. Look at what they've done to a baby. Stupid, non-ethic people. I won't block you. You're talking about violence. Violence when you see violence. Violence is happening on a daily fucking basis in that shithole country. You're telling me that I sit down in London, I'm creating violence. About daily. This was in Zamfara last year. Mad people all over the place. Stupid idiot. There's violence in the country already. People are being killed every day. Let me show you motivation. I'm just going to show you briefly. This happened at the early hours of this morning, or yesterday rather. Accident in Lagos. No emergency, and you say there's no violence. Why wouldn't I be worried about Zamfara? People in Zamfara, they're not human beings. You think because I'm fighting for Yoruba nation, I'm not going to talk about people where they're being marginalized as well? Do you think because I'm sitting here asking for, Yoruba nation, we are more concerned about humanity? Violent Gidimbo. Malo Baradi. There's no violence. Everybody continues to see violence. I don't know people can see violence. This happened at the LS house this morning. I know. Right? Right? Shit old country. In your lock back, no ambulance, nothing. Òrùpá wa ń bẹ̀rù láti wálé ni. Àsìkò sí ń bá tún padà bọ̀. Ẹni Koiki ò lè wá ní last year. And tell that to your parents. Our parents tí ló wà scared. Àwọn were scared. You think we are scared of this government? Say you can't come home. You can't come home. That was what you all said last year. I was home for 7 months. I came home more than 3 times. Ṣèbí ìtẹ̀rí tí mo wálé ni. Ṣé ìmọ̀ ìtí mo ti wá tí ẹ̀rí ni? Ìbí ìtì bá wá tí mo tan kámẹ́rà tí mo ní mo wà Nàìjíríà lè máa rí mi. Do you know how many times I've been in Nigeria? You think I'll tell you when I'm in Nigeria? You know how many times I've been in Nigeria? Through that same Muritala Mohammed Airport, Levishes. Àsìkò ń bọ̀. Ó máa dàrú, ó máa di atayán-yan. There's no violence in Nigeria. I just laugh. When people say there's no violence in Nigeria. What do you mean there's no violence in Nigeria? Oh, because they're killing people in the northeast. And then, so they are not human beings. Even if we want Yoruba nation, you have to still think about humanity. Mad people all over the place. No, you always get those people that just want to flare you up sometimes. Idiots. You see that in London creating violence. London created violence for Nigeria. Only minimum creative violence. UK government created violence that you are seeing in Nigeria. You think it's about me sitting here? Somebody was telling us that they put us together forcefully. You are talking about me creating violence. You know why you're in poverty? It's because of UK. You know why you're in violence? It's because of UK. So you're talking about me sitting there talking. They created that violence in 1914. Till date, we're still fucking, struggling in our head to get out of that mess. Because some of you are idiots. You think as a journalist sitting here, you think they can do anything to me. They can't do anything. I live there with them. You think this place is like Nigeria? Yeah, I remember when I said I was going to burn the embassy. Yeah. Even that stupid one that runs yo-yo. I think, what's his name? Kini Yankbere. That shit old guy. Koiki wants to burn Nigerian embassy. Kẹwàá lọ gbọ́rọ̀ ní court. Kẹwàá lọ sọ bí ibi tí 1914 document àti gbogbo bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe join wá papọ̀. Ẹ wá lọ sọ ní abáde court. You think Mantan dé pẹ̀lú ní bíbá. Even some of our media are scared to mention, the royal family. They always beg me. They always call me and say, no. Mama Daruka, they're scared of them. Even grandson of Queen Harry left the royal family for their problems. He traveled to Canada. I think he lives in America or somewhere near Canada. Oh, he left everything. If the grandparents were doing very well, you think Harry would want to lose all those wealth, all those royalties that he's creating his own money now? I'll take you out now. The platform is lower. Go and set up your own platform and say there's no violence in Nigeria. You're mad. Not to tell me that I'm the one creating. I want to create problem in Nigeria. I sit in London. Do you understand that? Are you mad? You must be sick in your head. I want to be on Nigeria. Mad. Wọ́n pa àwọn èèyàn, wọ́n bá àwọn èèyàn sùn forcefully nínú Nàìjíríà yẹn bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n bá àwọn èèyàn sùn. Wọ́n bá àwọn èèyàn sùn. Rí kankan ṣe sí yẹn. Do you remember that woman? Let me go and bring that video. Mo òun kókó tí kùn mí. Ẹni tó ń bá kùn ló máa lọ sùn. So bá dẹ̀ pé ta ló ń gbé ní oní íńtánẹ́ẹ̀tì bí tèmi náà. Tó bá dẹ̀ gbé ní data ló fi ń wò mí. Let me show you this video and let us cry before we go. Don't sọ pé mi create violence. Let this touch you again. That's the full-length video. So British created violence in that messed up country. Join people together. We are now struggling on a daily basis. People are struggling to have 3 square meals. Violent. Look at it. Look at violence. Allah. Allah. Hey. No mechanism. Bomb blast. Gas blast. No medical treatment. Nothing. Hey, Jesus. Hey, and nothing. Hey, please. Everything they will tie you to God. Everything they tie to God. Everything they will tie to God. Yes, if we have 1 million Yoruba army, we're good to go. We should have place making our own akara. Any kan ní wà violent. Alẹ́ sọ pé àìṣe Yorùbá nation tó ní wà violent. Ó máa di gbùrùgbàsà. Ẹ lọ bí a máa rí fídíò yẹn. Ó máa di gbùrùgbàsà. Gbùrùgbàsà. Ó ń bọ̀ díẹ̀díẹ̀. I think àwa máa dúró de UN kan. Bàbá Akíntóyè ló ń dúró de UN. Àwọn ló ń dúró de United Nations. United Nations tẹ̀ máa dúró de another 30 years. Ẹ ti gba Yorùbá nation. Ẹ bá ń dúró de United Nations. Another 30 years. A ṣì wà lẹ́nu ẹ̀. 30 years ni mo sọ. We're not nowhere here, anywhere near Yoruba nation. If you are waiting for United Nations, policy and in a diplomatic way, 30 years from now, then I'll be here in UK. I'll continue to do what I'm doing. But let's hear what this woman has to say.
The driver felt the wagon's tires
There's no violence,
and decided to park the car with the
There's
hope
no
of
violence.
changing
Let's
the
hear.
tires. It was like a film. In a GC, motley crowd of armed men in military uniform came out of the bush. They fired at the boot of the car. Ahead of us, 5 of them came out of the bush. Another 2 came from the rear. My daughter screamed, "Mommy, Daddy, what's going on?" There was no time to say a word. They marched us through into the bush, firing into the sky. They hit me on my chest, hit my daughter on her head. Blood oozed. At this time, it was better to kill me. I shouted at one of the armed men. His response was hell. He went straight to my private part.
Went to a private part. Do you understand what that means?
The others ripped my dresses.
Went straight into a private part. Ṣé mi ni mo lọ sínú private party? Ṣé mi ni mo instigate ẹni tó lọ sínú private party? Where was all the system to defend this woman from not being kidnapped in the first place? Where was all the mechanism? She thought they were going on holiday for 2 weeks until they were run over by the terrorists. And this was even before all this campaign movement to Yoruba nation. Let's hear more from her. Oh no, it's me. Let's hear a little bit more.
I was left with my undies.
Did you hear that?
My husband and my daughter started crying.
She was
them
left.
Their teeth into my breast.
Do you understand that? She was left with her undies. She's even very courageous to come out and tell us. So many people would not. Do you understand what I mean? They went straight to a private part. She was left with nothing, no clothes. Imagine if I take all this off now and remain my boxers, the crowd will be here. Hey, come and see Koiki, oh. We should be crying every day because we don't know the next victim that is going to fall into that trap as we speak right now in the Yoruba land.
While attending a secondary school in Adamawa, I had lived with some Fulani, so I understood a few Fulani words.
So did she say when she was living in Ijebu, she knows how people speak Yoruba? Or maybe that guy that traveled to abroad, sitting down in London, instigating violence, so that people can come and rape her. Do you understand? Am I the one sitting here from UK and instigating that, my people in Ijebu Ode, ẹjọ́ tẹ́ bá ti rí àwọn èèyàn tó ń bọ̀ láti abroad, ẹ bá mi yá láṣọ. Do you understand what that means? Oh, because you don't understand. Then jáde sórí títì mi sí kí n yá kí tẹ̀kọ̀. Even on the train, gan sọ bá jókòó gan ó máa lẹ̀ pàṣẹ ẹgbẹ́ ni. Because you touch them, they would say that, you've harassed them. Oh, it's for work on boo-boo. You just sit next to them. Because if you go and touch them, they can say you've harassed them. What are you touching me for? What do you mean I touch you? Okay, we would look at the CCTV into my life. But the woman was completely undressed. Let's hear what she has to say more.
Bleeding, at least for my daughter. To my shock, at gunpoint, they removed the dress of my little girl.
They didn't even care whether she had a little girl. Hey, take off your whatever you have on. Take it off. Fulani, on our land. This did not happen in the north. This was on the Yoruba land. And you are still there saying that somebody is sitting in London trying to create violence. Do we understand? We're trying to sometimes play, sympathy with something that is serious. That's the problem with us, our Yoruba. I take any serious, Rara. I can't finish awada. You are there and shawada. If not, we can be here for 30 years and be demanding Yoruba nation from United Nations. Maybe that's what some people want. Let's drag it. Can't fuck with
One of them carried her on his head as a baby. On his head as my baby shouted,
Mommy,
Daddy,
what is
what's
going on?
Help me.
Daddy cannot help mommy. Mommy cannot help daddy. Daddy cannot help daughter. Daddy cannot help daughter. Mommy cannot help daughter. Everything on the yam scatter. You can't say no, we don't scatter everything. They will scatter everything. You think because I'm sitting here, that's what I'm saying? I know, Mansale. Not everybody will come, but not me. I will be coming that when the time comes again. So don't use that to scare us that, you can't sit down there and be talking like that. No. You can't tell that to your uncle that is in America that is scared to come back home because they're enjoying life in America. Why our own mothers are being raped?
I could not help myself. We marched for 9 hours.
Did you hear that? Like a marathon. They were walking for 9 hours. Do you know what 9 hours is? 9 hours was what almost took me to Glasgow. Glasgow was 10 hours. And I was sitting down comfortable in the bus, even though it was not comfortable. But at least I was in the bus. And somebody was walking for 9 hours in the bush. Thank you very much, Chuk Elvis. Adekunle ti wá wá sórí YouTube. Mo ti gba dànù sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́. Mo ti fún lọ́rọ̀ dáadáa, mo ti gba dànù sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́. Tó bá wá sórí Facebook gan, màá tún gba dànù sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́. Àfi kí n má rí. I don't say that everybody should agree with what I'm saying. But you can't sit here and say that I'm creating violence. What violence? Do you know what British have done to us? Create violence for us. Do you know what violence is? I have not created any violence. When we start the violence, the world will know.
I was half naked.
Did you hear that? Half naked. That means she probably wear pants, but no bra. That is half naked. Because already they've taken off her clothes. So when she says she's half naked, she's probably still have pants. This woman talking, she's very courageous to even come and tell us a story. And it's not story, it's the reality of what happened to them.
My daughter was totally naked.
You see, a daughter in this country, when a boy is 13 years old, they don't expect, even within your family, they don't expect that boy to sleep in the same bedroom anymore with your daughter, your own daughter. They expect them to sleep separately. Do you understand what that means? In this country, the moment a boy, people can testify, people watching me. I don't know about that. I don't live in America, I live here. So I always like to use this country because I've never lived in another place. I've lived here for 20 years. But I know that families all over UK, as they are sleeping now, some are waking now, they're going to work. But their children, the children when they give birth, boy and girl, when the boy be 13 years old, they start moving them away from the girl, put them in another bedroom. And that sinful animal tear all this woman daughter dress. Maybe make her speak that pidgin where I feel you understand. Maybe you go understand what they talk. Ẹ̀bí ẹ̀yìn tẹ́ gbọ́ gbogbo yẹn ṣòro ọmọ tó bá ti pé 13 years old nílùú yìí wọn ní jẹ́ kó sùn pẹ̀lú ọmọ obìnrin mọ́ ó máa ní yàrá tiẹ̀ lọ́tọ̀.
Her tears was like a stream of blood on her cheeks. Our phones had been seized.
Mo kí yín bẹ́ẹ̀ màmá mi Adérónkẹ́ Olúwọlé.
Who ended up in an ungoverned region.
Yeah, somebody said this happened in 2018, just like yesterday, because it's happening every day.
The thick of the forest, we met a well-organized group.
Well-organized group in 2018, and they have now advanced. And somebody say, I sit here in London creating violence. When there's a well-organized group ready to conquer us, ready to throw us into the depth of pit, and we're trying to bring everybody out. Open your mind, your conscious mind. Let you understand that we're in danger. The 1999 Constitution is not working. They are all blooded the same thing. It doesn't matter whether they are Yoruba, they are Igbo, they are Fulani, they are all corrupt politicians. Wike was still in Lagos to celebrate Fayoshe's daughter or son's wedding. Don't you understand the message?
There were some kidnapped victims. I saw 2 women, 2 ladies and 3 men.
So it's not that it was I alone. She saw people there as well that have been kidnapped. They've slept with them. Some of them have become weak.
There were some people with their legs chained to trees.
If Nigeria was truly working, how come the DSS and all the security did not enter the bush and go and look for these people? We are too many now. So let us streamline it so that people in our land can be well taken care of. Not the big Babylon Nigeria that does not know where you are at any point. Look, as I did this country, even if you don't like me, MI5, it is their job to make sure that they look after me, security-wise. Even whatever I'm saying might be against this government. It is the duty of their job to make sure that I am well, especially now that they even, nothing must happen to him in this country. Because they must make sure nothing happens to me. Who are you watching me now? Who is making sure that nothing happens to you? You that you leave your house. Whether you come back home, you don't come back home, nobody knows.
They were as if half dead. We were separated. I was separated from my husband. My daughter was taken away. I only heard her screaming in time.
Screaming? Baby. These animals don't care whether it's baby. That girl, where they don't kidnap, where they go NYSC, if they don't find 2 million, you understand? Hey, she's gone. And we have kings, we have ballets, we have socialites, we have actors, actresses, pretending as if nothing is happening.
I did not know what they were doing to her.
She cannot know because she cannot see it. After this video, we end the broadcast.
Now about 2 dozen had a full kitchen. They had a huge camp.
Yeah, full kitchen, full camp.
The traditional medical team, how can they say they don't know where these people are? How can they say that?
2018. Buhari government. It's already Buhari government. This happened in 2018.
But the camps appeared isolated from each other. We had noises afar indicating it might be nuclear settlements of camps. Right in my presence, I saw them pack the remains of a woman. They took her and buried her a few meters away.
Buried her. She's gone. Forced killing.
From us. She had tribal marks. I cannot describe the agony of 6 days in captivity in this little piece.
6 days.
I cannot talk about how they asked my husband to choose between myself being raped or his daughter being raped. My husband broke down in uncontrollable tears.
Yes.
One of them hit him saying, "Yoruba bastard, you they cry, idiot."
Idiot.
They now give him enough. They gave
Look at all our elite, educated people. They're watching us. They're leaving it to us. Lecturers, Nigeria and outside. We don't like you, Koiki. One day, they will call you that your wife that you like so much is in the camp of Fulani. That's your sister-in-law. They've kidnapped her. It's happening every day. People are keeping quiet. Kidnapping is happening on a daily basis. Everybody's just, don't let anybody. Koiki will hear this. Don't let Koiki hear that they've kidnapped you. All my friends, some of them, they're watching me. Some of their friends, their neighbors, they've kidnapped them. They've been able to bring them out. They've slept with the woman there. But they're keeping quiet. Koiki, we have abused Koiki before. If Koiki hear this now, you come and talk it out on the show. He doesn't know how to talk. Don't let all the media know. Be deceiving yourself. Nigeria is working. We are doing big boys, big girls in Nigeria. We are going club. We are going party. We are doing Omoloku. If you tell us Omoloku, they will kidnap some of you. As you are going for pilgrimage in Nigeria, they will kidnap you. Every day. That train, you think they fix it. They are still coming back to bomb it. It's not that I'm saying they will bomb it. They are coming back to bomb it. It's not. They bombed 2 Nigerian aircraft. Each one of them worth $1 million. How much is it? They will bomb the train more. Your family is trying to avoid the road. You tell them, buy train, go to Kaduna. That train will derail. Yeah, somebody said this happened at Ijare Junction in Ondo State. I want to murder than in Ondo State, in Yoruba land. 2018. Maybe she was just going to the village. Let me go and see grandma. Let me go and see my people. Let me go and give them, all this medicine where I bring from America. It's your turn. Continue to say you want to keep one Nigeria. Keep it for the terrorists.
Be raped by one homosexual among them.
You hear that? They even have homosexual that is ready to rape the man. But the woman sacrificed. Our mothers are... Let's hear.
My husband is a devout Muslim. My husband is a devout Muslim. He told them that homosexual and rape of any kind was against Islam. They hit him with a butt of AK-47. What do you know about Islam? You can imagine. You are being asked to choose between being raped by a homosexual, your daughter just 9 years old, or your wife being raped.
9 years old.
They gave the fourth option. If you fail to choose one, we will rape your daughter, rape you, the man, and rape me,
so
the
wife. 3 of them.
I made myself the sacrificial lamb.
Imagine that. She made herself the sacrifice. Do you know what that means? The Fulani man will just go in the room. The woman will lie down on the bed. Taka, 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 taka. They come out. Another one come in. Only God knows how many of them in the Yoruba land. And you are telling me that we should not be upset, angry. Oh, because it's not our parents. And you now don't know her. So why am I fighting for it?
My husband begged.
Beg you.
Saying, They should name any prize.
No prize. They don't want prize.
One of them asked him to bend down. 3 beastly criminals sat on his back, jumping until he was too weak to stand. I was not allowed to put on any additional clothes. Imagine they rape you all night and they stop you from putting on any clothes.
Could you hear that? They rape her all night. Why you, in 2018, you were with your own wife and your own children under the duvet. Another mother, they were raping her all night for 6 days. Why you were in your own comfort zone in that same Nigeria, another mother, they were raping her all night. And we have kings, we have barleys, we have politicians in that same Nigeria.
For 24 hours.
Yeah.
The rain fell once. I became a relic at the sexual museum.
A relic as a sexual beast. It was just not one person that was raping her. There were multiple of them. Beast. That should make you cry. Hungry. Upset. To destroy them. Because they've destroyed not just her, millions of you, including myself. After this video, we end the broadcast.
Who in turn address me and ask questions about my financial standing. New Fulani men joined the camp. They organized military training for the new Fulani men.
You see? Hey, Koiki, don't talk about fire weapon here. They were organizing military training for them. You know what they call military training? How to shoot. So when they go on the motorway, as you are driving, you try to reverse. Some of them are at the back. Come out! Walk into the 9 hours. The journey from London to Glasgow is 10 hours. And this woman walked 9 hours with the Fulanis.
Teaching them how to shoot and walk through circles of...
Yes, taking them how to shoot. While we are doing Zoom meeting. Fulani, they train themselves how to shoot. We did Zoom meeting. They argue. Mute yourself. They will not mute. They are not in the meeting now. They just turn it. They just want to hear what they're saying. They just click the link. Mute. Look at the one that we're watching earlier. Mute yourself. Who is disturbing us? Why these ones are really 2018, they've been training. Yeah, with Yoruba don't want to fight. We want diplomacy. We do it the legal way. What legal way?
Glowing fire. They were not released until after 6 days. We were not released until after 6 days.
They were not released after 6 days. Where they don't enjoy what God gave her.
We had to walk the same zigzag journey.
They have to walk that same zigzag journey. 9 hours to come back out again. Yeah, I'm a Yoruba man. You don't know your forest anymore. Your forest has now been encaved by Fulani terrorists waiting to kidnap you.
To the main road, our eyes blindfolded. During the negotiation to pay, they said the money was not for them alone, that they had to settle those who sent them. For me, I see a thriving organized crime supported by powerful political interests. Now, I do not think we were released to freedom after paying a whopping 8 million naira.
8 million. Whooping 8 million. They were lucky to have that kind of friends, family, neighbors, saving somewhere, sold property quickly. Do you know what 8 million naira is? Some of you will never see 8 million, not because of anything, it's because the country is not working. 8 million is not a lot of money, but for an average Nigerian today, 8 million. Yeah. Thank you very much. Adekosasa.
I do not think we can ever be free. We can never be free from the anguish. the psychological trauma, the nightmares we suffered, the occasional fits of my daughter, her waking up at night behaving strangely, her asking the same question over and over, Mommy,
why?
Mommy, why?
Why? 1999 Constitution, 1914 amalgamation, joining us with madness people by Oyinbo people from here in UK. They created the violence, but it's not Koiki that started the violence. It is the Oyinbo people that kept us in that violence. Do we understand? We're going to bed very soon. Let's finish it. It's just about less than 3 minutes left.
In my life, I have never passed through a torture chamber like this. I do not think any society should let this happen. I do not know the fate of those we met and about 7 other people brought during the 6 days we were.
As they were removing old ones, new ones were coming in. New fresh body. After they've juicy this woman for 6 days, 24/7, another juicy woman will come. If she does not obey, the killer.
Captivity. What I saw was
I see you there, Laura Tosin. Thank you. Michael, thank you very much.
A nation that has collapsed, but pretends she lives.
It has collapsed, but everybody is pretending. We are putting on clothes. They are doing naming ceremony, wedding. They are doing anniversary. They are going to eatery. But when you go on the train, Fulani is waiting to bomb that train. Maybe very soon, that aircraft, the military anti-aircraft that they have, they will shut it down, and then your eyes will open. You will understand that the danger is already there.
A people on life support. Crime is not restricted to Fulani people alone. We have Yoruba criminals.
Definitely.
But I don't think Yoruba criminals are this beastly.
I'm not thinking
These elements are savages. I can't imagine Yoruba thieves going to Sokoto or Meduguri to kidnap Fulani people and keep them in their own bushes. It gives me mental torture that this is happening, and some people are even trying to justify.
Just like that one was saying to me before I kick him out, that how can you sit in London and I'm trying to create violence? Did you hear the stupid talk? That you can't sit in London in your comfort zone when violence is already living with you. Bread. Let's leave this, woman. I think we've had enough about this. Just the last one before I go. Let me show you this video. By fire, by force. I think I'll be sitting here and then be playing with anybody. You say nonsense, I kick you out. I'll curse you before I kick you out. Let's hear this. And then we'll say good morning. Thank you very much, everyone that have joined. My name is OLAYOMI KOIKI. We hope you've enjoyed it. We've had, educate ourselves again. Let's hear this.
This need to bread. You can't be 700. 1,008 for 3 loaves of bread. 1,800 for 3 loaves of bread. Neko village is calling many of us, so we will soon go back to village. See this bread now that we used to buy 250, 150, it's now 600 naira. It's all right. You don't make this need to bread. 700. You can't be 700. 1,008 for 3 loaves of bread. 1,800 for 3 loaves of bread. Neko village is calling many of us, so we will soon go back to village. See this bread now that we used to buy 250, 150, it's now 600 naira. It's all right.
And I hope you get the message. My name is OLAYOMI KOIKI. Yes, I admit that everybody has to agree with what we are doing, but don't tell me that I am the one creating violence, because violence is already with you. 2 lives were killed in Chief Sunday Igboho's house. Till now, we don't know where the bodies are. 2 innocent lives. That was the violence that was created by the system. Have a very good morning, and I hope to see us together again when I'm back. Maybe later in the afternoon. Probably just go and relax a little bit and then see where we are. It's 6:27 a.m. 27th of November. There's going to be a peaceful rally in Manchester, and I'm aware that there's one coming up as well in the Benin Republic Embassy. That is coming up on the 29th of October, which is just another 4 days from now. Thank you, everybody in America, in Canada, in Nigeria, that you'll be watching here in UK, and those of you that will be watching it whenever you are up and running. Have a very good morning. Thank you, my brother. The gospel must be shared, definitely. All hail Biafra. We will free ourselves. If they don't want us to go, we will go by force. Bye for now.
Ìfẹ́ àti ìṣọ̀kan ló yẹ wá, àìgbọ́ra ẹni yé kò yẹ láàrin wa, ká sowọ́pọ̀ kó lè dá. One voice, ohùn kan, ká fẹnu kò síbì kan torí ilẹ̀ wa, tẹnu wa bá kò, ohun gbogbo máa bẹ̀rẹ̀, orílẹ̀-èdè Odùduwà ṣàlàfẹ́. Ìṣọ̀kan ló lè mú wa délé, ìṣọ̀kan ní àgbájọpọ̀. Gbogbo gómìnà gúúsù ìwọ̀ oòrùn, ó yá ẹ dìde kí ẹ dìde sọ̀rọ̀ ilẹ̀ Odùduwà, ìfọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ wọ̀nyí ṣàlàfẹ́. Gbogbo ọba ilẹ̀ Yorùbá, ẹ má fọwọ́ lẹ́rán, ẹjọ́ ẹ dìde. Àfojúsùn wa kó lè rọrùn, ẹ̀bẹ̀ lábẹ́ yìí, ẹjọ́ ẹ dìde. Ìṣọ̀kan lè mú wa délé lérí. Àgbájọpọ̀ la fi ń sọ̀yà. Ohùn kan lè mú wa dókè. Ká ṣera wa lọ́kàn ọmọ Yorùbá. Gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá pátá ẹjẹ́ àrònú. Ká má ṣe jọ́ máa lè rárá ni mo sọ. Àti rí bó ṣe ń lọ, ẹ jẹ́ ká dìde. Fómìnira wa, ilẹ̀ Oòduà. Orílẹ̀-èdè Oòduà ṣáá là ń bèrè. Àsìkò ti tó ẹ dìde. Ìṣọ̀kan ló lè mú wa délé. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, àgbájọpọ̀ la fi ń sọ̀yà. Ohùn kan ló lè mú wa dókè. Ká ṣera wa lọ́kàn ọmọ Yorùbá. Ọmọ Yorùbá nílé àti lókè òkun. Ẹ dìde fórílẹ̀-èdè Oòduà. Àti rí bí Nàìjíríà ṣe rí. Ọjọ́ ọ̀la àwọn ọmọ wa jẹ́ kó jọ wá lógún. Láṣẹ ní ká dìde. Ẹ dìde. Kálẹ̀ lórílẹ̀-èdè Oòduà kíákíá. Sábà lórílẹ̀-èdè wa, ọkàn wa balẹ̀. A ó máa jó mùkúlùkù kẹ́kẹ́. Ìṣọ̀kan ló lè mú wa délé lérí. Àgbájọpọ̀
ṣògùn ní ẹyẹ. Bá ti bọ́ sí tó ń kọ́. Èmi àdèmájó máa yọ. Èmi àdèmájó máa yọ. Èmi àdèmájó máa yọ. Àwọn ọmọdé sọ pé Olúwa lè ṣògùn